Oh, baby. Who's ready? Who's ready, folks? There it is. I'm going to need my glasses cleaner all night. All night I'm going to need my glasses wiped. Because I am sweaty, but I am excited. How are we all doing? What's going on? What's going on? Oh, I just saw the Discord message, Zach. I just saw it. What's up, Sauce? We got Lola. We got Brandel, James, Jesse, Jay, Zach, Vehicle, Dave, Safin, TG, Talkative Introvert, Nolan, Erica. What's going on? Good to see everyone. Simple, good to see you again. Hot Wax, what's going on? McLovin's ASMR, what's going on? Nick, Hannah, what's up? Chris, Snoblock, welcome back. Yo, what's up, Nick? What's up, Sven? What's up, Jack? Good to see you again. Yo, we are excited, and the heart rate is at a very respectable 109 right now. But 109, 108, we are just like, we are vibing. Cup Finals, Game 1. Oh, and we are absolutely pumped. Absolutely pumped. And I'm feeling a big win for Edmonton. Feeling a big win for Edmonton tonight. I appreciate that, Safin. What's up, Krista? Let's go. I love that, Simple. I love it. The American and casual Red Wings fan is pulling hard for Edmonton to bring the Stanley Cup back to Canada for the first time since I was literally a baby. I wasn't even born yet the last time the Cup came back to Canada. What's up, Wee Potato? Good to see you again. What's up, Robo? Good to see you again. Oh, I love it, Brandel. I love it. What's up, Deadfish? Could you imagine? Deadfish? Do they always schedule the games so wonky for the finals? I can't remember how they were last year. Yeah, like they'll schedule it for 6 p.m. and then it won't start till like 6:25 or 6:30. That happened last year too. Yep. Home ice, baby. Home ice is massive. What's up, Flamingo? Good to see you, Lizard. What's up, Brick Motion? Good to see you again. How nervous am I on a scale of 1 to 10? 1. I'm on a 1 right now. Hey, what's going on, Justin? Good to see you. What drink? Right now, we got a Blue Moon Light just to start things off. I didn't want to have like an intense beer right off the hop. Thank you for that. Heart rate doesn't, I mean, honestly, a heart rate below 110 means I'm at a 1. If I'm 110 to 120, I'm probably at like a 3. Anything over 140, I'm probably sitting at like a 6 or a 7. And if I go above 150, then it's at like an 8 or a 9 for for nerves. Confirmed lineups are actually the lines that I posted, I believe. Those were confirmed to be the lines. Hold on, we'll double check. I will check Tony Brar. He usually tweets this stuff out. Let's see. Tony Brar. He usually tweets the lines. All right, I will link the lines for you in the chat here. What's up, Scally? What's up, Colby? My day's been amazing, Colby. I hope yours has been amazing as well. I agree, Krista. I'm with you. Davo gets the first goal. I won't be surprised. I won't be surprised. People spamming links, man. People spamming. Let's go. What's up, Abby? Good to see you again. Meatbag, good to see you again. Greg, good to see you again. That was a long stretch, right? I debated uploading like a 5-minute video of literally nothing but the chair. And like not saying anything. I literally wasn't going to say anything. It was just going to be a video of the chair. I was going to title it like Chair Talks About the Stanley Cup Finals, and then I was just going to have a video of the chair. Where do you think Marner goes? No idea. Sounds like he'll probably go west. Maybe Vegas. Do it, Chair. Yeah, I know how much you all like Chair. You all like Chair way more than me. Put a happy face on the chair and video stream it. D-man goal. I like it, Wee Potato. Hey, what's going on, Erica? Good to see you. He's scoring the first goal. Hattie and Jersey sales coming up. You know what, Robo? That would make me the happiest person on the planet. He hates me. He won't own with me in our virtual hockey league. That's right. No. My bad, dude. My bad. What's up, Basket of Livers? What a name. Marner. The Sharks would be an interesting one. That would be an interesting pickup for them. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes to Florida or Vegas. You know, Vegas is mad. You know, they were taken out in 5 games in the second round. You know they're going to be aggressive. What's up, yeah? Do we have any cats with us tonight? I've got Kitty on my desk right now. Kitty. You want to say hi, bud? You want to say hi? No, he's very sleepy right now. He's a sleepy boy. Kitty is a very sleepy boy. During the intermission, I will bring in Franklin. Franklin actually likes to be held. Franklin loves being held. So when I bring Franklin in, you won't believe how big Franklin is. I've posted pictures of him on like Instagram, but like he is huge. We are working on getting him down and losing weight. Let's go, Darth. I love it. Will Florida re-sign Bennett though? He's a guy in his 30s now. They might want someone a bit younger. Yeah, Franklin's a cutie. I love him to death. I'm so happy that we adopted him. How many kitties do we have? We have 1 kitty. We have a Mochi, and then we have a Franklin. So I have 3 cats now. All adopted from the Humane Society in the last 2 years. Hey, I remember you, JW. I remember you. Welcome back. What's up, Patrick? Yes, only 20 likes. Hey, smash that like button. Let's go. For the algorithm, of course. Not for me. For the algorithm. Oh, you'll see Franklin, introvert. You'll see Franklin today on stream. Thank you, Sven. I appreciate that. Man, the amount of channels that are going to be posting stuff like that, man. Oh, that would be amazing, Robo. I don't know if we'll hit that much. That would be a lot of subs. Hey, I appreciate that. Let's go, Scory Perry. I haven't been this nervous since the last colonoscopy. Hey, nothing to be nervous about. We're vibing today, right? I've seen a lot of people be like, we're nervous, and I'm wondering if it's just like pent-up excitement because of how long it's taken for this series to get going, because it's taken a while. Florida sucks. They're very good. They're a scary good team, but I think Edmonton can handle them this year. Should be a great series. Oh, yeah. Oil me up. I think Davo scores first 5 minutes. I think the team is going to come out flying. Absolutely. They're going to put the pressure on Florida. Nerves don't exist in this dojo. I like that. Although being nervous is very normal. No, like usually I am a nervous wreck. Last year, I almost threw up before game 1. I was so nervous. I don't know if you remember last year. I was actually so sick on game day for game 1. I didn't live stream game 1. It was the only game that I didn't live stream during the playoffs last year. Oh, I know, Hannah. Oh my God. I kept looking at the ticket prices on fansfirst.ca to see if there was anything that would be remotely affordable. And like at one point I saw tickets for like $620. And I really wanted to, but You know what? I'm really happy being here and doing a live stream for the fans who also can't make it to the games. We are all in this together, wherever we live around the world. Yeah, I love that, Zach. 100% with you. It's just down the street taunting me. See, if I lived that close, oh my goodness, I would not be able to contain myself. I've actually not been to the fan zone. I haven't been to the moss pit or anything. Makes about a year since I started watching you. Hey, I appreciate that, Nick. Appreciate it. I don't think we're going to do that this year, Simple. I don't think we're going to do that this year. They can't afford it. How are you feeling about Skinner? He's been crazy recently, but we know his first games in a series isn't always the best. If it makes you feel better, he did get a shutout in Game 2 versus Dallas. So I think we're going to see a much different Stuart Skinner than we're accustomed to. I think he's going to be dialed in right away. Fan zone is okay if you like being hit in the head with beer cans. Oh my God. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in like the middle of the moss pit. I would just be on the like super outskirts. What do I think about the Brock Nelson extension? Seems like a lot of money, even though it's not a lot of term for a guy that I think is on the downward trend of his career, but that feels different. I agree with you, Steve. Oh boy, the boys are coming onto the ice. Playoff beards are ready. Oilers are coming onto the ice, and this crowd is loud. With Enter Sandman playing. Let's go, baby. Hey, welcome back, Drake and I. Good to see you. Love that message. Love that message. Oh, don't worry. There's a lot of people nervous. There's a lot of people nervous, introvert. Perry versus Marchand. I mean, you got the worm versus the rat. Who comes out on top in that battle? Who's safer for the parlay? Which parlay, though? Like, I'd probably go with Quinn Hughes just because of, like, his speed factor. I'm with you, Hot Wax. Haven't shaved since February. I shaved just before the playoffs started. Like a week before the playoffs started. And this is the best I can do. I can't grow playoff beard at all. Hey, welcome back, Chilled Grease. Hey, welcome back, Mikhail. Cats need to feel intimidated right now? Oh, yeah. Hey, I appreciate that, Joe. Thank you. 10-9 Oilers, 80s throwback, says Gold. Let's go. Yeah, Rogers Place is going nuts. I agree, Cam. I got you. Hey, Austin, who do you have for Game 8? I got the Oilers. Oh, there you go, Graham. I like that. Hey, welcome back, Mr. NHL. Good to see you again. Appreciate it. And shout out from South Bronx, brother BKL Contreras, a.k.a. Sporter Entertainment Guy. Hey, I appreciate that, brother BKL. Let's go. Oh. Look at that. They bring the Stanley Cup right out on the ice. They're showing all the players. This is what you're fighting for. Oh, they're going to actually introduce both teams. Okay. I reckon in Toronto, arrived in Calgary for a honeymoon, just being there and living the atmosphere and pubs around Banff and Jasper is phenomenal. I love that, Drake. And 4-1 Oil. Hey, what's up, Gonzalez? Good to see you again. Greg says, Kasperi Kapanen first goal tonight. Let's go. Let's do it. Exactly, Hot Wax. Look at Rodriguez with the smile. Kaner with the first goal. I like it. Oh yeah, I'm super excited, Ray. I'm super excited. We've had a lot of those people posting gold. If you see the spams for like websites, just immediately hide them from the channel. Like that one. All right, starting lineup for the Oilers. Yeah, the fans love Chris. Everybody loves Chris. Good luck on your rematch. Also, tell me how long you became as an Oilers fan. I've been an Oilers fan since the 90s. And I've been creating content on YouTube for a year and a half. Oh, you know what? That's true, Hot Wax. They should have a Zamboni cam. Yeah, I'm old. I'm old. I was born in 93. I don't like that they put the Stanley Cup patches next to the letters on the jerseys. I liked when they were separate. Frederick, hey, I'd love that. 2-year anniversary will be in November. Hey, nice. Nice, Hot Wax. I think they're going to focus on hockey, Gordon. I don't think there's going to be too much of that. Don't look a day over 31. Hey, I appreciate that. Last year's when I started following seriously. Very nice. Yeah, a lot of people started following last year and getting into hockey, which is very cool. That's the thing I love about my channel and I love about the community. We are welcoming to old fans, new fans, people that are learning the game. That's the best part of this community, how open you all are. That's incredible, Todd. I'm so jealous. Alrighty, hats off for the anthem, at least for myself. You think so, Provorce? We'll see. We'll see. I like it somewhere in metal. I like it. That's what I'm saying. The patch just looks weird, you know? I love it. I love it. Hockey's the greatest sport, and people who get into hockey, man, like, I love talking about it. I love helping them understand the game. How nervous was I for Game 7? I wasn't nervous for Game 7. It almost felt like I knew for some reason they weren't going to win. I haven't talked about that, but, like, mentally, I just wasn't ready for Game 7 last year. This year, we're ready. Oh, don't worry, somewhere in metal. Don't worry. I will. I'm a man of my word. Hey, let's go, Bibby Watt. Best of luck to you as well. And all Panthers fans watching. Oh, I actually got it right. Nice. I'm usually not good at pronouncing names, so I'm glad I got it right. You say Cats in 7. Okay, another 7-game series. That'd be wild. I've seen a couple Panthers jerseys. But yeah, it's mostly Oilers for obvious reasons. Me too. Skinner needs to have a good first period here. Let the boys settle in. And if the Oilers, try and get on top of Bobrovsky as early as possible. That's not delusion gold. That's confidence, and I like it. What's up, Christy? Of course. Oh, yeah. 100%, brother. 100%. I appreciate that, Joe. I look like an idiot in hindsight, but at least it was entertaining for people. Yeah, you know, Florida's going to be trying to get that first goal and suck the life out of the crowd. Nah, no way. Not happening today, Gold. Not happening today. Boys are ready to go. It's a different vibe. It's a different team. All right, good luck. Have fun. I'm going to be hiding the chat. I will engage with chat during stoppages, of course, in commercial breaks, intermissions. During the play-by-play, I won't be looking at chat. I don't want to be spoiled on potential goals. Good luck. Have fun. What song is on right now? That's Pump It, Black Eyed Peas. All right, let's go, baby. It's been a long year for both fan bases, but the Oilers have a lot to prove right now. Edmonton and Florida, game 1. Puck drop in about 10 seconds. They're lining up. Oilers Panthers, round 2. And off the draw, puck stuck at center. Puck comes to Ekholm. And he'll dump that puck in deep, hard around the boards. Corey Perry comes up with it towards the net. That doesn't make it through. Sam Reinhart for the Panthers. He'll play it up to Rodrigue into the middle. Bouchard plays it back. Comes to Stuart Skinner. Skinner, he tries to play it back to Bouchard. Didn't make it, and Florida comes up with it. Here's Reinhart behind the Oilers' goal to the point. Here's a shot. Deflected just wide by Barkov, and Florida getting in on the forecheck early. Puck comes behind the Oilers' goal. Ekholm, he'll play it up the boards. McDavid into the middle, can't get it out. Barkov almost came up with it, but there's going to be a high stick on the play by a stick on the puck, not an actual penalty. All right. Now, every line's got to get out there and get, they got to shake the nerves, right? Every line's going to have some nerves. Defensive zone draw for Edmonton. They have the Draisaitl line against Bennett, which makes sense to me. That's who I wanted the Draisaitl line to go up against. And Draisaitl's going to get kicked out of the faceoff dot, just like Bennett was. So, you're going to have Evander Kane come in against Verhaeghe. Hey, what's up, Coolistic? Off the faceoff, the Oilers come up with it. It'll come to Kapanen. Kapanen plays it into the neutral zone. Puck comes to the neutral zone. Aaron Ekblad, he punches it in, and Draisaitl chase after the puck in the Panthers' end. Draisaitl takes a hard check into the boards. He goes down. Kapanen also into the boards. Edmonton, they get the puck. Draisaitl plays it to the point. Wallman towards the goal. Deflected in front. Draisaitl scores! Leon Draisaitl makes it 1-0 Edmonton! A beautiful start for the Oilers. That's exactly what they needed. Oops. That's exactly what they needed. The Oilers already up 1-0. Goal from Leon Draisaitl. They got shut out in game 1 a year ago, and Edmonton is on a mission now. Draisaitl, he wins a board battle, takes a hard hit. The Oilers win the puck from Tkachuk. A shot from Wallman goes to Bobrovsky. He can't handle the rebound, and then Draisaitl puts it into the wide-open cage. A terrific start for the Oilers. Terrific. Leon at 36% of the votes. And the Oilers have the lead. Early, 1-0. Puck comes into the blue paint, and Stuart Skinner's going to hang on to that one about 1 minute and 10 seconds in. Huge goal for Leon. He didn't have a goal in the finals last year either. So that's also massive. Massive, massive, massive. Great job by Kapanen. Draisaitl on the boards. Puck comes to Wallman. And you love that from Wallman. Shot mentality. And yeah, Draisaitl, he puts that puck in. And Florida has their first shot on goal off the faceoff. Luostarinen against Darnell Nurse. Comes to Marchand. He loses it to Trent Frederick, but he gets it back, actually. Shot towards the Oilers' goal. Doesn't make it. Assist to Kapanen and Wallman on the Draisaitl goal. Puck behind the net. Here's Lindell. He'll play it to Kulikov. To Lindell. Right circle with a shot. That deflects wide of the goal. Wraparound attempt. Rebound in front. And Stuart Skinner has to make another save in tight. So Florida, they're coming in now. They're fighting back a little bit. Nice job by Luostarinen. He gets a wraparound attempt. Can't hit the goal. Brown gets his stick in the lane, and a weak shot goes towards Skinner. Oh, Connor Brown actually shot it on Skinner there. That's scary. Careful, Connor Brown. Wrong net, brother. Defensive zone draw. Draisaitl's going to take it. Draisaitl off the faceoff. Gets it back to Bouchard. Bouchard skates it forward. Can't get the puck up past Nosek. Puck behind the Oilers' goal. Boakfist. Boakfist cycles it to the point. Puck comes to Ekholm. Ekholm will find Draisaitl now. Here's Draisaitl. He'll give it to Kapanen. Kapanen, he dumps it in, hard around. Nobody on Edmonton able to pick it up. The Panthers skate it forward. Here's Mikkola. Mikkola with a hard rim. Puck bounces strangely off the stanchion, so Bouchard is going to grab it. Oilers are going to make a change, so are the Panthers. Bouchard hanging on to the puck. Here's Evan Bouchard. He'll play it up the boards. Stretch pass to Podkolzin. Off of Podkolzin to Bobrovsky. He leaves it for Forsling. Forsling, oh, he's pressured. Here's Arvidsson. Steals it. Podkolzin now trying to play it hard around the boards to the point. Can't get it there. Reinhart up the ice. Oh, and just out of the reach of Rodriguez. Rodriguez loses it to Arvidsson. And here's Arvidsson now. Surveys. Dumps the puck towards Bobrovsky, and that's going to force a face-off in the Panther zone. I like that from Arvidsson. That's a great play. Get the offensive zone draw. You can get your top line out if you want and start working it. Absolutely coolistic. Also, if you're tuning in, make sure to hit that like button. Let's try and hit 250 likes tonight. 250 likes is the goal. Let's do it. 17-10 to play here in the first. There's going to be an offensive zone draw for Edmonton. I imagine they have the McDavid line out. Once the camera shows me, they do. Here's the McDavid line. He's going to get kicked out of the faceoff dot. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins will come in and take it. Nuge loses it, and the puck up the ice. Puck hits Perry, and McDavid, he'll continue to forecheck. Florida sends it down the ice, not icing. Stuart Skinner behind his goal. He'll play it around the boards. Corey Perry will tip it forward. Florida keeps the puck alive, though. Here's Marchand. Loses it to McDavid. McDavid, he'll find Nugent-Hopkins. Up the middle of the ice. Corey Perry, he can't come up with it, but he's going to chase Mikkola back. Mikkola almost loses it. McDavid trying to come up with it, and the puck will come back to the neutral zone. Nice job by Jake Wallman. He's back for Edmonton with Klingberg. The Oilers also getting a quick change in. I like the quick changes for the Oilers right now. Short shifts, keep your legs fresh. Here's Adam Henrique. He'll skate it through the neutral zone. Into the middle. Oh, he tried to find Connor Brown, who would have had a partial breakaway. Broke it up by Tkachuk, and Florida plays it back to the neutral zone. Kulak now. He'll play it into the neutral zone, deflected deep in the Panthers zone. And they're going to call icing on the Oilers there. That's interesting. I'm surprised they called that. Interesting. That should go to center. Yeah, they're going to do the faceoff at center. I didn't think that was icing. One linesman called icing. The other linesman said no icing, so interesting. All right, faceoff at center. Draisaitl's line's going to come out here. They've already connected on one goal. Draisaitl scored off an assist from Kapanen and Wallman. And Paul Maurice is mad. I don't know what Paul Maurice is mad about, but off the face-off, Florida wins it. Play comes to the point. Brett Kulak cuts off the dump play. Puck is high flipped. Oilers can't come up with it. Now they do. Here's Kulak. He'll play it to Darnell Nurse. Nurse to the middle to Kapanen, and he'll find Draisaitl. Draisaitl through the middle of the ice. Draisaitl's hit hard off the puck. He got converged by a couple of Panthers. Kulak again for Edmonton. Plays it to Nurse, back to Kulak. Brett Kulak into the middle. Nurse, he won't dump it in deep. Puck comes back to Draisaitl. A lot of neutral zone play here. Puck will come just inside the line. Draisaitl fights for it. Kapanen with a shot, and that's stopped by Bobrovsky. Puck hard rimmed around. Bouchard against Reinhart. Draisaitl forechecks as well. Oh, nice hit by Evander Kane on Ekblad. What a huge hit by Evander Kane. And Ekblad is mad about that. And Kapanen in on the forecheck as well. Here's Forsling for the Panthers. He's being hounded by Kapanen, and he throws a hit on Forsling. Evander Kane and Kasperi Kapanen asserting their physicality. You love to see that. And here comes Janmark. He'll skate it into the zone. That's going to be offside. The Oilers have to tag up. Bouchard dumps it in deep. Goes into the corner for Kulikov. He shakes off a check. Bud Colson throws a big hit. Here's Bud Colson with the puck now. He'll go in after it against Kulikov. Janmark chases after it as well. Here's Arvidsson for Edmonton. Down low. Bud Colson takes a hit from Kulikov. Bud Colson trying to make a play. Arvidsson steps up. Puck comes to the point, and Florida will get it out, but not deep in the Oilers zone. Bouchard keeps the play alive. Here's Bouchard. Oh, he tried to throw it across, and here come the Panthers. Bennett walks in. He gets a weak shot, and Stuart Skinner makes the pad save. Sam Bennett almost had a partial break there. The Oilers with a bit of a neutral zone giveaway off of a change, so they got to just manage that puck a little bit better. Got to manage the puck a little bit better. And Retro with the 199. Thank you, Retro. Yo, what's up, Ceslin? Good to see you again. Welcome back. Bad turnover from Bouchard, but McDavid gets back. They had Ekholm as well. Good job by McDavid. He cuts off Bennett's shooting lane, and Bennett didn't get a good shot off. Defensive zone face-off, Bennett against McDavid here. Bennett, 34 kilometer an hour speed on that play. He's got some wheels. Bennett wins the draw, comes to Mikkola towards the Oilers' goal, goes high and wide. Puck comes back. Here's another shot towards the Oilers' goal, doesn't make it through. And Ekholm will play it high off the glass, down the ice, and that's going to be an icing on Edmonton. So another defensive zone faceoff. Florida's starting to push a little bit here. Yeah, boys got to settle in. Boys got to settle in, start managing the puck. And, Evander Kane got involved physically on Ekblad. Ekblad was very mad about that, so look for Ekblad to start getting physical as well. McDavid on the draw again against Bennett. And the linesman drops it. Bennett wins it back. Comes to Mikkola. Mikkola around the boards. Ekholm will come up with it. He'll flip it into the middle. That's caught by Tkachuk. Tkachuk keeps the play alive. Puck bounces off the stanchion strangely again, and the Oilers can't get it out. Mikkola towards the net. Goes high and wide. Podkolzin plays it back to Ekholm. Ekholm with another high flip to center, and the Oilers can finally get a full change. Here's Mikkola for the Panthers behind his goal. He'll play it to the right wing, up the right side into the neutral zone. Nice check by Wallman. The Panthers will dump it in deep. Here's Rodriguez towards the net. That's picked off. Connor McDavid spins away from Barkov. Here's McDavid. He winds it up with speed through the neutral zone. He'll bring it into the Panthers zone. He was cut off. Good check by Rodriguez. Here's Reinhart. He'll play it hard around. Corey Perry. He'll protect along the half wall. Give it to Klingberg. Back to McDavid. McDavid. He'll skate it through. Trying to get by Forsling. Nice job by Forsling. And here's Perry. And they're going to call a penalty? Or offside? What are they calling here? Yeah, these spam bots are brutal. We're trying to ban them as quickly as we can. Trying to ban them as quickly as we can. Wait, why are we getting a penalty? What was that? I know Perry was just trying to skate through, but was that a high stick? Hey, what's up, Layla? Good to see you again. Oh, great. Love that. Okay, well, the penalty kill's got to come up big here. Penalty kill's got to come up big. Nah, I don't think so. Listen, every penalty Edmonton takes, it's always within the first 10 minutes, and it's always a high sticking penalty. I talked about it in my pregame report. I talked about it in my series preview. Don't take high sticking penalties. What are we doing? Ah, that's so annoying. But you know what? I believe in the I believe in the penalty kill. You got Ekholm back for the kill. Connor Brown's in the lineup. Boys are going to lock down the kill here. Yes, keep the sticks down. If I'm Knobloch, just tell it. Chris Knobloch, if you're in the chat right now, tell the boys, keep those sticks down. I mean, it's very possible, Chris. Ah, dang it. You're right, Robo. You're right. They're looking good. They're looking good, Mikey. Draisaitl scored about a minute into the game, but Corey Perry just took a high sticking penalty. So, but the boys are fired up. All right, let's see if they'll show the replay of that high sticking penalty. I would like to see it. Knowing Sportsnet, they never show the replay, though, so thank you, Sportsnet, for being amazing. Florida is being credited with only one shot on goal right now, so. All right, Adam Henrique is out there with Nugent Hopkins, Darnell Nurse, and Brett Kulak on the kill. Barkov will take the face-off with Ekblad, Reinhart, Tkachuk, and I don't know who else I saw there. Puck off the draw. Florida comes up with it, down low. Reinhart centers it to Ekblad, tries to get a shot on net, deflected wide by Darnell Nurse. Here's Jones, plays it back to the point, nobody home, and Matthew Tkachuk, he's forced to bring it back in. Barkov to Tkachuk with speed. He walks it in the Oilers zone, plays it to Ekblad. Ekblad right circle. He drops it back to Tkachuk. Tkachuk with a shot, that's stopped by Skinner. Puck will come to Seth Jones on the left point. He'll play it to the left circle. Reinhart back to Seth Jones. Jones into the middle to the bumper. That's Ekblad. Oh, nice job by Bouchard. He'll shoot that puck off the glass and out. Great job by Bouchard. He got body positioning and managed to get that puck out. So that kills a good 10 seconds. Here come the Panthers now. Barkov. He's going to be hounded by McDavid here. Barkov skates it back into his own zone. Barkov skates it forward. He'll play it to Reinhart. Reinhart skates it into the Oilers zone. Picked off by McDavid, and McDavid sends that down the ice. Great back check by Connor McDavid. Great kill so far. Still 53 seconds to kill. Here come the Panthers getting a change to their second unit. Here's Sam Bennett. He'll play it into the middle of the ice. Almost picked off by Janmark. Bennett walks in. He's being checked. Bennett centers it out in front. Can't get there. Puck comes to Schmidt across the ice. Here's a shot, and that goes, well, it was blocked by Janmark, and Edmonton will send it back down the ice. 30 seconds left on the kill for Edmonton. Here comes Schmidt. He plays it forward to Rodriguez. Bennett to Marchand out of his reach. Edmonton can't get the puck out. Now they will. And here comes McDavid. 2-on-1 with Kapanen. McDavid backhand, forehand. Oh, and he hit the crossbar. Connor McDavid hit the post shorthanded. Oh, my goodness. He had Bobrovsky beat. 8 seconds to go on the power play. Here's Bennett, checked by Draisaitl. Draisaitl plays it back to Ekholm, and the Oilers have made the kill. Great penalty kill for Edmonton. Draisaitl skates it forward. Here comes Draisaitl. He'll send it behind Forsling. Nice stick check, though, and Florida brings it up. Verhaeghe loses it. Lundell along the boards. Big check thrown by the Oilers. It'll come to Mikkola. Can't get it in deep. Mikkola comes up with it again. He'll skate it into the Oilers zone this time. He'll give the puck to Boakfist. Boakfist with a shot that goes high, doesn't make it to the goal, and the puck comes to Evander Kane. Oh, Kane tried to thread it to Kapanen, and then he knocked the stick out of the hands of Lundell, and there was no call. Puck comes to Seth Jones. He'll dump it back in the Oilers zone. Frederick, stick check. Puck comes behind the Oilers goal. Klingberg plays it to Darnell Nurse. Nurse off the glass, deflected through into the neutral zone. And Florida, this is where Florida's starting to be aggressive. They're dumping it, they're chasing, and the Oilers aren't able to get a clean out right now. Puck deflects high and wide of the goal. Kept alive by Kulikov. Puck behind the Oilers goal. Here's Darnell Nurse up the middle of the ice. Too far, and that's going to be icing on Edmonton. So this is the thing with Florida, right? If they don't have full possession, they will back off. But when they're dumping and chasing, if the Oilers don't get a clean zone exit, if you're just putting it off the glass and out, Florida, that is when they start to get very, very aggressive. So if you're Edmonton here, manage the puck, make some passes. They got to make passes. You can't just go off the glass and out. Here's a shot on Stuart Skinner, and easy save for him. And here comes Arvidsson to center, trying to get the puck in deep. Here's Connor Brown on the ice now. Puck in the neutral zone. Frederick can't come up with it. Oh, and here's a big hit by Wallman. I don't know who Wallman hit. Maybe it was Boakvist. Huge hit by Wallman. And here comes Kulak. He'll play it to Brown, deflects it in deep. Bobrovsky out of his net. Bobrovsky, he'll reverse it. Up the boards. Almost stolen by Edmonton, but here comes Verhaeghe. Oh, and Verhaeghe just missed a check. Wallman tried to line him up on the trolley tracks again. Panthers with possession. Shot attempt goes nowhere. Fanned on it, and Wallman, he's being tied up. He can't come up with it. Here's a shot, and they score. That's wild. Verhaeghe ties the game. But Stuart Skinner looks a little annoyed here. Wallman couldn't go into the corner to grab the puck. He was being all tied up by Bennett in front of the goal. So Wallman, he was being hooked. He didn't go to get it. Now Bennett falls into Skinner. I would challenge that. That should not count. In my opinion, I think Bennett fell. I would challenge that. The Oilers are going to challenge for goalie interference with 9:11 to play in the first period. Bennett fell into Skinner. So Stuart Skinner fell in, or Bennett fell into Stuart Skinner. Now, Wallman and Bennett were tied up. Now, the argument on Florida's side, did Wallman take Bennett down, or did Bennett go down on his own here? So no call. There's a push in front. Bennett fall. Yeah, no, that's not going to count. No way. No way, man. Bennett, Bennett's trying to get positioning, and yeah, he falls into the blue paint. There's no way that counts. That should not count, man. There's no way. Absolutely not. That should be no goal. That is outrageous. That is crazy. That is crazy. So they're saying Edmonton's defense. There's no way, man. The action of the defenseman, all Kulak was doing was trying to... No, that's a horrible call. That is pathetic. Oh, that is awful. That is a terrible, terrible call, man. Absolutely brutal. Brutal call. Horrible call. So Florida has the power play now. After the unsuccessful challenge by Edmonton, the Oilers will send the puck down. I don't agree with that. The fact that challenge was that fast too, I don't agree with it at all. Here come the Panthers. Barkov skates it forward into the Oilers zone. He stops up. Puck down low behind the Oilers net. Ekholm off the glass, doesn't get it out. Nice job by Janmark. He's tied up. And here comes Janmark now. Skates it forward with Brown. Janmark gets it past Seth Jones. Here's Jones behind the Panthers net. Barkov will pick it up. I have a Mochi with me. Hi, Mochi. Oh. Hi, Mochi. So here comes McDavid now shorthanded. McDavid walks in the Panthers zone, skates, stops up, plays it back to his defense. Puck comes to Darnell Nurse. Nurse steps up, walks in the Panthers zone. He'll throw it towards Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky will play it. He'll leave that for Nate Schmidt. Schmidt skates it forward. He'll drop it back to Bennett. Here comes Bennett now. He'll send the puck in deep around the boards. Nice job by Ekholm. Capping it off the glass, down the ice, and 35 seconds left on the power play for the Panthers. Puck comes in the middle. Here's Bennett now. Walks in, and that's stolen briefly by Nugent Hopkins. Oilers can't get it out. Schmidt into the middle, and here's a play in front, and Marchand scores. A power play goal for Brad Marchand, and it's 2-1. Off of a failed coach's challenge, Brad Marchand scores on the power play. That's just absolute horse crap to me. And Brad Marchand, he's wide open. Stuart Skinner can't get across in time, and nice job by Marshy. There's a lot of hockey to play here, but if you're the Oilers, you got to get to work. You had the first goal of the game. Florida has now had 2 power plays. Oh, and McDavid's tripped up. And there's going to be a penalty on Florida now. Interference. And they're going after McDavid after the whistle. So the Oilers get their own power play now. Oh, don't worry. The Oilers aren't selling. The first goal shouldn't have counted, and then Florida got a power play off of a goal that shouldn't have counted. So I don't blame Knobloch there. I wish the penalty kill had been able to come up clutch. But that's brutal, man. That's brutal. No way that should have counted, in my opinion. It's crazy that they like their argument was, you know what's even more wild? You know what's even crazier? Guys, last year in the playoffs when Boston was playing Florida, Florida before one of their goals, they shoved a Bruin into the goaltender. Like, it was a cross check. The Bruin fell on top of Swayman. Florida then scored. Boston challenged for goaltender interference, and that goal still counted too. So, like, it's wild to me that Florida seems to be the beneficiary of goalie interference calls. Hey, what's up, Hybrid Hunter? He fell. Maybe Sam Bennett should be stronger on his feet. He wasn't tripped up. His skate got tied up in Kulak's skate, but like how many, like Bennett did, like you can tell the way Bennett fell. He's going into the goalie. The amount of times that Bennett hits goaltenders, right? Like, I'm sorry, McLovin. I'm sorry. But the Oilers, they can tie this thing up, right? Get the momentum back. You're on the power play now. You're on the power play. Right? The refs literally, they took 2 seconds on. I have seen far, far less goalie interference challenges last way longer. But Bennett knew what he was doing. But the Oilers, they have the power play. They have a chance to tie this thing up. Draisaitl will take the draw against Barkov. 7:20 to play in the period. Puck one into the... Oh, my God. And Corey Perry is getting called for tripping. For Christ's sakes, man. Great job, Perry. That's the third penalty for Edmonton this period. And the second time Perry has gone to the box this period. Oh, my God. Perry's trying to skate forward, and then Reinhart. Yeah, that's a trip, man. All right, Corey Perry with 2 penalties. So we're going to have 4-on-4 for a minute and 55 seconds. Brutal. That's just a terrible penalty to take. Both penalties Corey Perry has taken are penalties. Like, straight up. Terrible. But if you're Edmonton, you got to get going here. Here's Ekholm. Hey, and there's a penalty. Draisaitl was hauled down. Give the puck to Florida. No, give the puck to Florida. Take the 4-on-3. Here's McDavid, and... yeah, and Draisaitl was hauled down, so now the Oilers are going to have a 4-on-3. Oh, boy, what the heck is going on here? So Draisaitl was skating forward, and, yeah, what is Ekblad doing? He grabs on to Draisaitl and throws him down. What is that? If they didn't call that, I was going to freak out. So the Oilers with a 4-on-3 for about a minute 30. If you're Edmonton, take advantage of this. Lots of ice. You got to take advantage of this. 6:56 to play in the first, 1:36 on the 4-on-3. Lots of ice if you're the Oilers. Lots of chances to get some shots here. Draisaitl's going to get kicked out of the faceoff dot once again. McDavid steps in against Barkov. McDavid wins it back to Bouchard, and oh my God, they're going to do the faceoff again. Yo, the officials, man, they want it to be all about them tonight. No, you don't want to let the players just decide things. Oh my God. Just drop the puck, you idiots. They drop it again, and McDavid wins it to Bouchard. Bouchard plays it into the middle. Draisaitl back to Bouchard. Bouchard, he'll play it across to McDavid. McDavid walks in, down low in front. Oh, and Nugent Hopkins tipped it on goal. That was stopped by Bobrovsky. Draisaitl holds it against Barkov across to McDavid. McDavid spins away from Jones. Bouchard, middle of the ice, walks in. Oh, and he looked for Nugent Hopkins on the back door over his skate. McDavid tried to center it to Draisaitl. McDavid plays it across. Here's Bouchard. Shoots it. That's stopped by Bobrovsky. Puck comes back to McDavid. Tried to center it to Draisaitl, and that went off of Forsling sticking out of play. All right, folks. Lots of viewers in the chat. If you're tuning in, make sure to hit the like button, all right? If you're an Oilers fan, smash the like button. If you're a Panthers fan, you can lightly tap the like button. Draisaitl off the faceoff dot wins it. Bouchard comes up with it. Bouchard walks in to McDavid. McDavid steps up against Jones, turns back. Here's McDavid for Edmonton. He's looking for a lane. McDavid shoots it towards the goal, goes just wide. Here's Draisaitl to Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins holds it to Draisaitl. Draisaitl back to the point to McDavid. McDavid to Draisaitl, one-timer, and his shot goes wide. He fanned on it. Here's Evan Bouchard for Edmonton. Bouchard walks in. Bouchard to McDavid. McDavid to Bouchard. He'll play it to Draisaitl. Oilers trying to get something set up here. McDavid crisscrosses. Left circle across. Here's Draisaitl. Bottom of the circle. Down low to McDavid. McDavid to Bouchard with a bomb, and that goes high and wide. Draisaitl with a rebound chance, and that was stopped by Bobrovsky. Here's McDavid. He'll drop it back to Bouchard. Bouchard to McDavid. McDavid walks in. Draisaitl centered in front. Oh, and a pad save by Bobrovsky. And here's Florida now trying to just send it down the ice. Great read by Bobrovsky. Nugent Hopkins would have had a tap in if Draisaitl had been able to hit his man. So the Oilers do not convert on their power plays. Here's Klingberg up the middle. It's walked in. Evander Kane with a shot. Doesn't make it to the goal. Corey Perry against Luostarinen. Around the boards. Here come the Panthers. Puck off of a glove at center. Picked up by Luostarinen. Comes back to Kulikov. He'll play it up the middle to Marchand. Marchand to Bennett. Bennett skates it forward. He'll find Mikkola with a shot. Goes off the glove of Stuart Skinner. Here's Evander Kane now. He'll play it up the ice to Podkolzin. Podkolzin, he'll put it hard around the boards. Nobody there for Edmonton to pick off the pass, and the Panthers skate it through. Here's Luostarinen, or Verhaeghe, sorry. Verhaeghe gets it by Wallman. Around the near side, Arvidsson takes a hit. Podkolzin protects along the half wall, stolen by Verhaeghe. Here's Verhaeghe. Forechecks, puck comes to Arvidsson. Arvidsson plays it back to Klingberg. Klingberg skates it forward. Here's Arvidsson now. He'll play it across. And here comes Janmark. Slapper! And that's stopped by Bobrovsky. Arvidsson with a shot and a great save by Sergei Bobrovsky. And Janmark and Arvidsson and Podkolzin getting involved here. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. All right. Well, the Oilers are getting their looks here, so Perry might get 3 penalties instead of 3 goals. Yeah, the hat trick of penalties. Oof. All righty. Well, the start was optimal. What happened over the next few minutes was not. But long game to go here. Long game to go. Oh, my God. Just like punched the mic into my mouth. Oh, all these accounts, man, they're so annoying. Jesus Christ. Go away, you bots. Draisaitl scored for Edmonton Oilers girl. He scored about a minute into the game. I am blocking them. They're on a full blocking spree. That's it. You're banned. You're banned, says Queso. Yeah, you're banned. I'm vibing. That's why my heart rate's below 150. I'm vibing. A lot of hockey to be playing. I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. But we got this. Long game, long game. The Oilers have had the better looks, right? They just got to clean up some things defensively and, of course, stay out of the freaking box. Exactly, Hannah. Exactly. But the Oilers, they've been in this position so many times. They are not even remotely worried. Offensive zone draw. Here's Adam Henrique. He'll take the faceoff. Puck comes down low. Here's Nurse towards the goal. Goes wide. Connor Brown chases after it. Brown to Frederick. Back to Kulak. Kulak to Frederick. Frederick looks for a lane. Puts it in the middle of the ice. Darnell Nurse towards the goal, and that deflected high and wide. Here's Ekblad up the half wall, and Frederick tried to throw an elbow, it looked like. Oh, my God. I don't know who avoided that hit, but they're lucky. Frederick was coming. Puck sent into the neutral zone. Here's Brett Kulak. Here's Kulak now. He'll skate it up the neutral zone. He'll deflect it in high and deep. Corey Perry against Ekblad. Throws a hit. Perry in on the forecheck. He's already taken 2 penalties. He's got to make sure he keeps that stick low, but doesn't trip anyone. Bouchard towards the goal. In front! It's loose! Oh, and Perry had a glorious opportunity, but Bobrovsky hangs on to that one. Hey, listen, if Edmonton plays like this all game, they're going to be just fine. They're going to break Bobrovsky. There's only so much that Bobrovsky can do before the dam opens. Oh, and Corey Perry, he deflected Bouchard's shot, and Perry just couldn't get that rebound. Great look for Corey Perry. Sportsnet put up a graphic with the wrong date. Perry won the cup in 07, not 06. Thank you very much, Sportsnet. Sportsnet spreading misinformation. Here's Nugent Hopkins. Offensive zone draw. Wins it back to Bouchard. Bouchard comes up with it. Towards the goal. Stopped by Bobrovsky. Puck towards the net. Doesn't make it. Bouchard pokes it forward. Loose to Raina now. And Perry forechecks. McDavid trying to come up with it. Comes to Bouchard. Bouchard plays it back down low behind the goal. Corey Perry for Edmonton to Connor McDavid. McDavid centers it to Nugent Hopkins, and Bobrovsky with another save. He couldn't get all of that shot. But the Oilers are doing a good job on the forecheck right now. Nugent Hopkins getting involved with Brad Marchand here. I agree, yeah. I agree. Yo, hey, don't worry about Steve McKean. I know Steve McKean in real life. Don't worry about him. He's trolling, guys. He's trolling. Don't let him get to you. Don't let the trolls get to you. All right, another offensive zone faceoff for the Oilers. Shots are 16-5 for Edmonton with 2:37 to play in the first. The Draisaitl, Kane, Kapanen line is out. They're the line that connected earlier for Edmonton. Draisaitl takes the draw against Bennett. Bennett and the linesman having a chat. The linesman really hates dropping the puck. Puck at center. Draisaitl can't come up with it. Comes to Tkachuk. He'll play it off the glass, and it'll be picked up by Wallman. Wallman reverses, gives it to Klingberg. Klingberg skates up the right side, drops it for Wallman. He'll skate it through the neutral zone, and he'll flip it deep into the Panther zone, and that's played with a high stick by Forsling, so another faceoff in Florida's zone. I do, Brandel, I do. I think Edmonton's got this. I think they got the Panthers right where they want them. Look at Bennett taking whacks at Draisaitl, man. Off the draw, Draisaitl. He throws a bit of a cross-check on Bennett. Puck comes to Verhaeghe. He'll send the puck in deep. Stuart Skinner out of his net. He'll play it off the boards. Played to the point. Shot. Doesn't make it. Wallman blocks it, and here's Draisaitl. Oh, and Wallman's in some discomfort right now, holding his hand or wrist, and Draisaitl trying to move it forward. Here's Verhaeghe. Draisaitl checks him off the puck. Comes to Tkachuk. And the puck kicked across the ice by Kulak. Comes to Klingberg. Klingberg to Kapanen. Kapanen, he'll give it to Kulak. Draisaitl tried to play it to Kulak. Kulak hard around to Draisaitl. Draisaitl into the middle. Tried to find Kapanen. That's stolen by Tkachuk. Puck behind the Panthers' net. Here's Ekblad now. He's holding on to it. Both teams making a change. 1:30 to play in the first. Puck skated forward. Puck sent in deep towards Stuart Skinner. Leaves it for Kulak. Kulak, he's pressured off the puck, but Janmark comes up with it. Podkolzin off of his stick in deep. Schmidt chases after it behind his net. Puck played to the left side to Nosek. Nosek up the middle, deflected into the Oilers zone. Darnell Nurse will go in after it against Gadjevich. Gadjevich and Boakvist to the point. Kulikov cut off by Podkolzin. Puck sent up the ice. Arvidsson and Janmark chase after it against Schmidt. Schmidt throws it all the way down, and that's going to be icing on the Panthers with 48 seconds to play here in the first. So hopefully Wallman's okay. He blocked a shot, and hopefully he's all good. I think Wallman's going to be okay. Bit of a stinger. Here's Draisaitl with McDavid and Perry. 48 seconds left in the first. Florida wins the draw. Puck comes to Boakvist. Kept alive by Perry. Perry sends it in deep. Here's McDavid. He's tied up. Draisaitl, he's taken hard into the boards. McDavid also taken hard into the boards, and here come the Panthers. Here's Schmidt. He'll skate it forward, and he'll dump it deep in, and they're going to say no icing. I didn't think he hit the red line. Ekholm for Edmonton. Across to Bouchard. Bouchard up the middle, finds Draisaitl. Draisaitl to McDavid. Here's McDavid, and that's going to be offside on Edmonton. Barely, just barely. All right, I'm tired of the spam. Tired of the spam. So 19 seconds left in the first. Face off at the Panthers' blue line, won by Florida. Here's Jones. He'll play it across to Mikkola. Mikkola off of a glove. And there's a elbow to Nugent Hopkins' face and no call. Here's Ekholm now. He spins away from a check. And here's a shot on net, and Stuart Skinner has to make a late save there. Okay, well. So after the first period, Edmonton is down by 1. Quite the eventful first period, I would say. I just don't agree at all with the first goal. That should have been goalie interference. I don't blame Knobloch for challenging that. I don't like the officials basically making the decision 5 seconds after they looked at the iPad. I'll buy a ticket for next game if Marchand tongues somebody. What? Oh, no. I like that, though. That's great. I'm not going to blame Stu for either goal. First goal, Bennett falls into him. Second goal is on the power play. Nobody takes Marchand, who's just all alone on the back door. So we'll take a look at the box score here. And I'm assuming the deserved to win meter is heavily in Edmonton's favor. Like, I would assume it is heavily in Edmonton's favor. Let's take a look. Well, not overly heavily, I guess. Florida, of course, with 2 really big chances that keep them kind of like sort of in it. Why challenge that goal? Because Bennett fell into Stuart Skinner. I don't blame the challenge at all. I didn't think that Kulak did nearly enough to influence Bennett's path. I think Bennett losing his balance initially makes sense, but then the way he fell, like he's purposely falling towards Stuart Skinner, right? The amount of times that Bennett has hit goaltenders throughout the playoffs, come on, we are not giving Bennett the benefit of the doubt at all. If that was Barkov, I would give him the benefit of the doubt, and I wouldn't have challenged it. I'm so tired of these bots, man. Nobody cares. Literally nobody cares. Draisaitl opened the scoring. Things were great. Kapanen and Wallman with the assist. Bennett then scored. Of course, dude, they actually gave it to Bennett? Oh my! So not only did the puck go off of Bennett, but the fact that he fell into Skinner and he's credited with the goal, that is absolutely wild to me. Absolutely wild to me. Absolutely wild that they counted that. Well, I don't know what you're talking about, Bibby. I don't get it. Hey, listen, it's a little difficult when you challenge something that you think should be called back and then you don't get the call, right? Face-off percentage is in Florida's favor. Florida 1 for 2 on the power play. The Oilers 0 for 2. That's a big difference right now. This game could theoretically be tied, honestly, if the Oilers could just score on the power play. That's fair, Patrick. We don't have to agree. We don't have to agree. I respect that. But look at how many penalties were called in an 8-minute period here. 6:53, Perry high stick. Then the Oilers for delaying game, unsuccessful coaching challenge. 12:40, Lindell interference against McDavid. 6 seconds later, Perry tripping against Reinhart. And then 20 seconds later, Ekblad holding against Draisaitl. So, I want the players to decide, right? I want the players to decide this. I just don't give the benefit of the doubt to Bennett at all. But we can take a look at Draisaitl's goal. He did not score in the finals last year, so this was a big goal for Leon. Oilers got in on the forecheck. Draisaitl played it across the ice. Wallman with the shot, deflected on net. Kapanen with the shot on goal. And then, of course, Draisaitl, he gets the rebound and puts it in. Hits were 16-15 in favor of Edmonton. Block shots 4-4. Giveaways 4-3. Takeaways 1-1. A very evenly played first period in terms of, some of the extra stats. But the advanced stats, of course, is what we're taking a look at here. Expected goals in all situations, 1.92 to 1.44. If we go 5-on-5, the Oilers also have a very slight edge. It's the first period. I'm not worried. My score prediction was 5-3 Edmonton. So as long as Perry stays out of the box, right? Just stay out of the box, boys. Oh, looks like Money Puck's having some glitches here. Are we able to scroll down? Here we go. Janmark, Kapanen, Draisaitl, Kane, Klingberg, Perry, they all led the way in expected goals percentage. Brown, Frederick, and Henrique, well, they had about 2 shifts together, so small sample size, right? Small sample size. If we take a look at the time on ice for Edmonton, Bouchard led the way. Frederick only played 246, but Colson 327, Brown 348. These guys did not play very much. Stuart Skinner's at a negative 0.57 goals saved above expected. Tough to blame him on either goal, personally. Tough to blame him on either goal. But, yeah, that was the first period, folks. My goodness gracious. Bob take a pee-pee test. I agree. I think Edmonton overall has played well. I think this is Edmonton's game to lose, right? I think the Oilers have controlled the play. It's going to come down to 5-on-5, right? Stay out of the box. Don't give the Panthers anything easy. Apparently, we can't challenge anything. So if anything looks close for goalie interference, maybe just don't challenge it. But we are going to take a quick break here. I am going to go get a drink of water. I'm going to rest my voice. I will still pay attention to chat, but all of you in chat right now, make sure you hit the like button, all right? Hit the like button, and of course, enjoy the chair. And I'm going to bring Franklin in. You know what? I'm going to bring Franklin in, and then I'll take a break. So be right back. I'm bringing Franklin in. I want you all to meet Franklin, my new big, fat orange cat that we are going to help lose weight. And I'm going to post his weight loss journey all over my socials this summer. Cannot wait. I'm going to bring you Franklin. Give me 2 minutes. This is Franklin. Hi, Franklin. You want to say hi to everyone? He's the biggest baby in the world. He's the biggest baby in the world. He would literally, if he could, he would literally just cuddle me 24/7. Hi, Franklin. He's a sweetheart. I'm gonna let him go though. I have to feed him dinner. But enjoy chair. I wanted everyone to meet Franklin though. And of course, Gold, if you're still in the chat, please ban anyone that is spamming. I hate the spam. He's a big boy. He weighs 20 pounds. Hi, bud. You happy? Hi. He's funny. He wants food. Of course he does. He's massive. He weighs 20 pounds, so we have to work on a weight loss diet for him. We have to get him to a good weight. But Franklin is a sweetheart. No, you're good, baby. You're good. All right, we're back. It's going to be the second period. Second period will be starting in a few minutes. I agree, Nicholson. Exactly, Beetle, exactly. But they ain't losing this one. It's not happening. The boys are in control here, right? They just got to stay out of the box. And apparently, if you get touched at all, anywhere near a goalie, just fall into the goalie, and the goal's going to count. That's what the Edmonton Oilers have to do. We got some Daycation Lager from Troubled Monk, little local brewery here in central Alberta. Thank you, Troubled Monk, for sponsoring the stream and my content and providing me with some Daycation Lager. Love that. Exactly. Corey Perry, watch your stick. I'm sure he will. Stranger, I'm sure he will. Probably. I mean, maybe. Who knows? Yeah, I did not like the IPA. I did not like that IPA at all. I need like citrusy beers like Blue Moon, or I need like a very light lager like what the Daycation Lager is. Now, my all-time favorite alcoholic beverage ever is Long Island iced teas. But I don't really drink those anymore because I'm old. Those were my drink of choice back in my party days. What's up, Bunny? What's going on? What'd I miss? I agree, B-Mac. They should. But the long change, I think, the long change benefits Florida's forecheck. So the Oilers have to manage the puck better this period. Honey Lager. Okay, yeah. There you go. Nah, I don't think so. KNG. Not happening. That's true, fungi. Yeah, obviously Hyman's a big loss, but, you know, as long as... Listen, the boys, they can rally, right? I think they got this. Hey, sounds good, Gold. Sounds good. No kidding, Hannah, no kidding. That's how I felt the other night drinking that IPA. A good Matt Damon story? I don't think so. I don't think I have any. I will get the Nintendo Switch too. Probably not on launch day tomorrow, but I will get it at some point. Yeah, I feel bad for Hyman as well. It was just a fluky accident, right? I don't think Marchment did anything egregious. It was just a really fluky. It's like when I broke my arm. Very similar spot. Very similar type of play as well, actually, when I broke my arm playing hockey. Hey, it's going great, Falk. How you doing? All right, folks. Second period is about to start. We are going to hide the chat, of course. I will see you in, whenever there's a stoppage. Big second period. Oilers got to get a quick one here. Oilers got to get a quick one. All right, so they've adjusted the shot clock 14-7. Off the face-off, Florida, they'll dump it in deep. McDavid gets in front of Barkov. Here's Ekholm now. He'll play it around the boards. Played into the middle. Shot towards the goal, doesn't make it, and McDavid will find Nugent-Hopkins. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins skates it up the ice to Corey Perry. Perry tries to get by Mikkola. Behind the net, here's Nugent-Hopkins. He'll play it to McDavid. Oilers top line trying to get a cycle started early. Puck comes to Perry in front. Nugent-Hopkins. Oh, and it's in the top of the crease and a weak shot on goal. Bobrovsky made the save. Nuge couldn't grab the rebound. Darnell Nurse will skate behind his net. Plays it across to Bouchard. Bouchard back to Nurse. Here's Darnell Nurse. He waits for reinforcements. Leon Draisaitl skates it up the ice. He'll try and get by Ekblad. Ekblad playing very aggressively. And the puck is sent back in behind the net. Stuart Skinner off the glass, off of Bouchard's shoulder, comes to Darnell Nurse. Nurse to Bouchard. Bouchard up the middle of the ice. Puck is deflected in the Panthers zone, and Florida will send it all the way back down. Oilers unable to get their stretch game going here. Puck up the right boards into the neutral zone. Here's Brett Kulak now. Kulak, he'll play it to Evander Kane. Kane trying to find Kapanen. Edmonton can't even get into the Panthers zone. The Panthers now get it into the Oilers zone, but that's cut off by Kulak. Darnell Nurse up the ice. Kapanen deflects it in deep. Adam Henrique chases after it. Play comes to Bennett. Bennett takes a hit. Puck comes to Trent Frederick. Trent Frederick down low. Behind the Panthers net, Henrique plays it around the boards. That's going to be kept alive by Klingberg, but Florida will skate it up. Potential 2-on-1 here. Here come the Panthers. Breakaway for Bennett, and he scores. Bennett makes it 3-1. He gets in behind the defense. And that is a 3-1 lead for the Panthers. The Oilers had Klingberg pinching. They didn't have the back check available. Wallman was the only D-man back. Henrique and Brown. Henrique's got to skate. Henrique did not realize where Bennett was. Henrique did not realize where Bennett was. Bennett comes in on the breakaway, and he beats Stuart Skinner blocker side. And Bennett makes it a 3-1 game early in the second period. That is a suboptimal start for the second as Florida continues to build off of their first period after falling behind 1-0. Puck at center. Edmonton's top line back out. Puck played behind the Oilers' goal. Stuart Skinner leaves that for Wallman. Wallman's checked. Oh, and a late hit towards Perry just misses. Here's Nosek. He'll play it behind the Oilers' goal. Wallman. He'll reverse hit. Boakfist. Wallman plays it forward to Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins to Corey Perry. Perry skates it up the neutral zone. Klingberg. Here's Perry now. Perry back to the point. Here's a shot and Wallman with a blast that went wide of the net. Puck behind the Oilers' goal. Here's John Klingberg now. Klingberg up the right side. Arvidsson with the spin pass to nobody. Podkolzin beats out the icing. Great job by Podkolzin. Plays it back to the point. Bouchard with a shot. Doesn't make it to the goal. Oh, and Janmark looking for the rebound. Janmark then sets a pick play on his own guy. And here come the Panthers. Rodriguez. He'll play it across. Bouchard cuts that off. Bouchard taken down by Rodriguez. Rodriguez then falls. And here come the Oilers. Here comes Podkolzin. He'll skate in the Panthers zone. Drops for Arvidsson with a slap shot and he scores! Victor Arvidsson makes it a 1-goal game with a slap shot from distance. Podkolzin set the flyby screen. And the Oilers are back within 1. That's a great goal. Let's go, baby. Come on. Have faith. Lots of hockey to play here. Lots of hockey to play. Big goal for Arvidsson. Puck came up to Podkolzin. He'll skate it. He dropped it for Arvidsson, and then he sets a flyby screen, and that gets under the arm of Bobrovsky. Bobrovsky was late picking it up, and hey, that's goal scorer's goal for Arvidsson. Love that. Listen, folks, the Oilers are in full control of this game. Puck comes to the neutral zone. Here's Seth Jones now. He leaves it. Kapanen steals it. Kasperi Kapanen skates it back. Kapanen reverses, skates it forward now. Kapanen, he'll dump it in deep. He'll chase after it. Against Mikkola. Kapanen throws a hit on Mikkola. Darnell Nurse steps up to throw a hit, and here come the Panthers now. 3-on-2. Oh, nice job by Draisaitl, but here's Seth Jones with a shot. That's stopped by Stuart Skinner. Good save from Stu. Puck comes to Evander Kane now. Kane to Draisaitl. Draisaitl puts it in deep. Bobrovsky out of his crease. He'll play that. Oh, big hit on Mikkola. Puck down low. Draisaitl behind the Panthers net. Here's Draisaitl. He protects against Jones. A hit thrown by Bennett. And here's for Lou Sarainen. Picked up by Brown. Here's Wallman. He hangs onto it. Oilers make a change. Puck comes to Trent Frederick now. Frederick chases Mikkola behind the net into the right corner. Puck in the corner. Brown, he tries to come up with it. Loses it to Tkachuk. Verhaeghe plays it off the half wall. Tkachuk comes into support. Klingberg activates from the blue line. Puck kept in by Edmonton. Comes into the neutral zone, and here's Verhaeghe chases Wallman back into the Oilers zone. Here's Klingberg now to Wallman. And here's Wallman. He'll skate it into the Panthers zone. Wallman walks in, and he's taken down. No call. Here's Klingberg. Klingberg steps away from Verhaeghe. Oh, and Verhaeghe, he's knocked down. No call. Verhaeghe walks in on his backhand. Can't get a shot away. Puck deflects forward, and here come the Oilers. Connor Brown. He skates it into the Panthers zone. Dumps it in deep. Trent Frederick will chase after it against Nate Schmidt. Frederick with a big hit. Here come the Panthers now. Up the middle of the ice. Schmidt sends it in on Stuart Skinner. Puck comes around. McDavid can't come up with it. McDavid pokes it forward to Perry. Corey Perry enters the Panthers zone. Around the boards. Nugent Hopkins. He'll play it against Schmidt. Can't get it in deep, though. Puck comes back to Reinhart. And here's Rodriguez against Ekholm. Rodriguez gets by Ekholm. Bouchard plays it up. And the Oilers will try and play it forward. Nugent Hopkins just out of his reach. And here's Florida now. Shot in deep into the Oilers zone. And that's going to be icing on Florida. I agree, Deadfish. I agree. Yeah, Klingberg was... Oh, Klingberg hit the official. I don't know why. There was a different play where it looked like a Panther took an Oiler down, so... Here's Draisaitl. He'll take the offensive zone faceoff against Sam Reinhart. 14:15 to play here in the second. Oilers down by 1. Each team have scored early. Here's Ekblad with a high flip to center. That'll drop in front of Kulak. He'll play it across to Nurse. Darnell Nurse skates it forward. Nurse dumps it in deep in the Panthers zone. Kane steps up. Here's Draisaitl. Comes to Kapanen. Shot by Nurse. Doesn't make it to the net. Kapanen plays it back behind the goal. Draisaitl trying to make a play. Here's Kane now. Trying to play it to Draisaitl. Kapanen keeps the puck alive. To the point. Here's Nurse. Across to Kulak. Kulak towards the goal. Doesn't make it there. And here come the Panthers. Nice job by Draisaitl. Good back check. And the Oilers playing aggressive. Here's Kapanen now. He'll give it to Draisaitl. He'll skate it into Forsling. Forsling goes down after taking Draisaitl out. Evander Kane throws a big hit. Here come the Panthers. Aaron Ekblad. He'll skate it forward. He'll dump it in deep. Florida needs a change. Here's Kulak. He'll reverse around the boards. And that'll get by Seth Jones out of his reach. And that's going to not be icing. Oh, nice. Podkolzin, nice hit. Centered in front. Oh, and Janmark just out of his reach. Janmark can't come up with it. Here comes Brad Marchand now. Marchand plays it in deep. Klingberg now for Edmonton. He's hit by Marchand. Marchand keeps the cycle alive. Klingberg steals it from him. Klingberg on his forehand. He squeaks by Marchand. He'll play it across to Wallman. Jake Wallman for Edmonton. Here come the Oilers. 4-on-2. Across the ice. Just out of the reach of Podkolzin. Podkolzin tried to play it back to Janmark, and here come the Panthers. Here come the Panthers. That's offside. They're going to say not offside. Florida brings it in. Nice hit by Janmark. Here's Bennett now. He spins away from a couple of checks, goes down, and the puck comes in front of the Oilers' goal. Puck flip to Podkolzin. Oilers do get it out, but not deep. The Panthers send it back in their own zone, actually. Oilers make a change. Florida with possession. Up the boards, sent in deep, and that's going to be icing on the Panthers. Shots are 16-10 Edmonton, 12-14 to play in the second. Hey, welcome back. I'm just him. All right, Oilers with the offensive zone draw, trying to take advantage of an icing here on Florida. McDavid line out for Edmonton. Off the face-off. McDavid wins it. Here's Perry. Perry behind the goal. Here's McDavid now. He'll play it to the point. Puck bouncing around. Ekholm. Down low, back to Perry. Perry trying to protect. Nugent Hopkins can't make a play. Bouchard will step up and pinch against Marchand. Nosek trying to move the puck up the half wall, and here comes Nosek. He skates it forward. He'll give it to Brad Marchand. Marchand spins away from a check. Oh, and Marchand ducks out of a check from Bouchard. Puck up the middle. Nugent Hopkins can't come up with it. Bouchard doesn't have a stick. Puck towards the Oilers' goal, and Stuart Skinner has to make a save. Puck around the boards. And here's Florida getting a change in. They have fresh legs. The Oilers do not. Puck played up the boards. Corey Perry plays it forward. And here's McDavid. He's checked off the puck. And now Reinhart on transition. Reinhart steps up with a shot, and that goes wide. Here's Bouchard now for the Oilers. Bouchard skates it forward. He's checked by Rodriguez. And here's Corey Perry. He'll flip it deep in the Panthers zone as Edmonton desperate for a change. Ekblad throws it up the right boards. Puck into the middle of the ice. Into the neutral zone. Picked off by Frederick. Trent Frederick for Edmonton. He'll play it back for Brett Kulak. Brett Kulak skates it forward. Hard rim around. It's going to be chased by the Oilers. Here's Frederick. He's hit into the boards. Henrique goes in after it. Puck battle along the half wall. Aaron Ekblad draped around Connor Brown. Puck stuck along the boards by Reinhart. Reinhart, he'll center it across the ice. And here come the Panthers. Lindell, he'll dump it in deep. Stuart Skinner out of his crease. Skinner, he'll play that puck to Trent Frederick. Trent Frederick now, he'll play it up the right boards. Off of Brown. They're going to say not off of Brown. So that's going to be icing on Edmonton. The Panthers lose, my family loses. Oh, no. 10:21 left in the second here. Henrique has to take the draw. Florida with fresh legs. The Oilers with a tired third line out. Bennett's going to take it. Henrique wins it back. Puck comes to Darnell Nurse. Off the boards. Played forward. Henrique trying to get it out. And that's sent down the ice again, and that's going to be icing again on Edmonton. So 2 straight icings on the Oilers. Sounds good, Spencer. No, I think Edmonton's looked fine. I think Edmonton's been fine. Florida's been opportunistic. The Oilers, a lot of hockey to play here, folks. A lot of hockey to play. I'm not worried. Here's Henrique off the defensive zone draw once again. Oilers with 2 consecutive icings. Henrique doesn't win this one. Here's Matthew Tkachuk in the middle. Bennett with a shot. Good save by Skinner, and another shot goes wide of the net. Connor Brown, he skates it behind his net. He'll skate forward. He's being hounded by Bennett. Puck comes to Kulak. Kulak in the neutral zone. Oilers can't get the puck deep. Connor Brown, once again, he'll send it down. They're not going to be icing this time. Oilers make a change. Good save by Stu there. Puck deflected in deep by Florida. Here's Kulak. He's going to find Kane. Oh, and Stuart Skinner was hit hard. And he was down. What a play by Draisaitl. Almost did a spinorama play. And here come the Panthers. Sent in behind the goal. Skinner doesn't come out to play it. He might get hit again. Here's Verhaeghe. He's checked by the Oilers. Draisaitl gets it to Kapanen. Kapanen playing it across to Klingberg. Klingberg to Draisaitl. Draisaitl trying to chase after it against Forsling. Forsling takes a hard hit by Draisaitl. To the point. Here's a shot. That goes off of Ekblad. He's trying to play it up the boards, and Florida will get the clear. Here come the Panthers now. They'll send it in deep. I guess Stuart Skinner is just free game for everyone to hit tonight. Oh, giveaway by Klingberg. Here's a shot by Barkov with a big save. Puck comes to the point. Schmidt with a shot. Another save. Another save by Skinner. Here's another shot, and that's blocked in front. The Oilers are scrambling. Oh, my God. Here's Barkov for Florida. Plays it back to the blue line. Jeez Louise, the Canes trying to come up with it. And here come the Oilers. Janmark plays it forward. Kapanen goes for a change. Here come the Panthers. Sam Reinhart out of his reach. Klingberg for Edmonton. He'll play it up. Klingberg looks for a play. He'll play it to Ekholm. Ekholm walks in towards the goal. Goes wide. Into the corner for Podkolzin. Hard rim around. Back to Ekholm at the point. Towards the goal. That goes high and wide. Deflects. Kept alive momentarily by Bouchard, but here's Kulikov. He's chased back, and Arvidsson will also chase Jones back. Puck cut off by Ekholm. Ekholm waiting for the tag up. Here comes Podkolzin now into the middle of the ice. McDavid's out for the Oilers. Here's Rodriguez for Florida. Red line and in. Bouchard on his backhand plays it to Ekholm. Ekholm, he'll play that puck to Corey Perry. He's knocked down by Ekblad. Puck under Perry's body. It'll come back to Ekholm. Evan Bouchard for Edmonton. Bouchard walks it up. He'll deflect it high into the Panthers zone. Corey Perry chases after it. Steals it from Ekblad. Puck comes to Nugent Hopkins. He plays it back to the point. Here's a shot towards the goal. Goes wide. Corey Perry's all tied up by Ekblad. And once again, no call. Ekblad just hanging on top of Perry. Here's Nugent Hopkins now for Edmonton. Here's Kulak now up the boards, deflected in, not deep. McDavid will carry it, though. McDavid can't get around Ekblad. Puck sent back into the Oilers zone. Here's Kulak. He'll play it to Darnell Nurse. Nurse plays it in deep. Connor Brown chases after it against Forsling. Forsling, he's hit, not hard. And once again, Florida, they're just deflecting it to the neutral zone. Wallman for Edmonton. He'll find Darnell Nurse. Nurse into the middle of the ice. Connor Brown, he loses it. Adam Henrique has it. Henrique to the point, into the middle. Here's Wallman, backhander off the outside of the net. Here's Adam Henrique for Edmonton. Back to the blue line to Wallman. Wallman, starter steps against Marchand. Wallman towards the goal. Deflects 3 times. Oh, and a big save by Sergei Bobrovsky. Puck comes to the half wall. Oilers keeping it in. Ekblad hasn't been off the ice in a while. Forsling skates it forward, and Edmonton can't keep the puck alive. It'll come down into their own zone, and that's going to be icing on the Panthers. Wow. So good shift for the Oilers. Ekblad is dead tired. You got to take advantage of this icing. Here's Verhaeghe, who runs into Skinner, and I mean, that's clearly goalie interference. No penalty on the Panthers for just running into Skinner. I guess protecting goaltenders is not on the list of things to do for the officials in this one. Offensive zone face-off for Edmonton. 6:18 to play here in the second. Florida, bit of gamesmanship, putting some guys out that weren't out there so that they can get extra time to rest. Here's Draisaitl off the face-off. He's going to take it. He's with McDavid and Evander Kane. Puck comes to Luosterainen. Bouchard tries to keep the puck alive. Evander Kane does. Off of Bouchard's stick, though. Puck comes into the neutral zone. Florida, they'll send it in, and they do get it in deep. So Florida will get the change on their defense that they need. Ekholm out of the reach of Draisaitl. Puck comes around the boards. Once again, Ekholm picks it up. Ekholm to Draisaitl. Draisaitl skates it forward. Up the ice. He'll give it to McDavid. McDavid across the ice. Here's a shot. Oh, and a good save by Sergei Bobrovsky on Evan Bouchard. And here's Seth Jones. He'll send it in deep for the Panthers. Puck around to Reinhart. Reinhart on his backhand. Here's Rodriguez. He gives and goes with Mikkola. Into the middle of the ice. Reinhart. Back to the point. Here's a shot. Doesn't make it. Ekholm off the glass. Kane can't grab it. And Florida, again, they'll just send it hard and around. Rodriguez for Florida. Around the boards again. Florida getting their aggressive forecheck going. Good job by McDavid. He gets a stick on that. Puck bounces around, and it's not going to be icing. Bobrovsky sends it up the ice. What a play by Bobrovsky. Here's Tkachuk. Walks in. He shoots. Rebound. Doesn't make it to the net. It's still loose. Here's another shot, and that goes high and wide. Puck comes out in front again for Florida. Here's Kulikov with a shot, and that's deflected by Edmonton. Puck bouncing. Janmark trying to come up with it. Janmark plays it across the ice to Connor Brown. Connor Brown now behind the Panthers' goal. Podkolzin chases after it against Kulikov. Here's Janmark towards the goal. Doesn't make it. Janmark around the boards now. Here's Edmonton. To the point. Here's Kulak. To Nurse. Nurse looking to make a play. He tries to escape by Tkachuk, and Tkachuk steals that one. Florida, again, getting in on the forecheck. Here's Nugent Hopkins. He's taken down by Tkachuk, and there's going to be no call again. They keep playing on. Here come the Panthers now. Across, Nugent Hopkins throws a hit on Schmidt. Kulak off the boards, not out. Puck coming into the middle. Verhaeghe shoots. That goes high and wide. Brett Kulak, he's hit by Marchand. Marchand, he protects to the point. Forsling with a shot, and that goes wide of the goal. Nugent Hopkins can't come up with it against Ekblad. McDavid into support. Thrown towards the goal, misses. Here's Forsling for the Panthers. On to Stuart Skinner, and he will make a save. My goodness gracious, man. Okie dokie. Hey, Pickleball with the $2 super chat. Thank you so much. So the Oilers have looks. The Panthers have had looks. I would say the amount of... It's so funny that they called everything. Like, everything was being called in the first period for penalties, and then this period, nothing's getting called. So we just love that consistency by Wes McCauley. Like, I'm not sure how Verhaeghe hitting Stuart Skinner is not called. There's quite a few wildfires in Alberta right now. Yeah, I mean, Florida's had the much better looks this period. Like 100%. Cam with the $5 super chat. If you click the username on the chat, there are 3 dots on the right. If you click it, you can, well, I mean, listen, that fungi, he's a Stars fan. Listen, as long as they're not being disrespectful, right? They're going to have their opinions. They're going to have their biases. As long as they're not calling people names, as long as everyone's respectful, it's all good. It is Wes McCauley tonight. But I like a little bit of trash talk. You know, I embrace that. All right, back from commercial break. So let's see how Edmonton responds. Florida has controlled a lot of this period. Florida's had a lot of good looks here. If you're Edmonton, you got to start getting in on the forecheck. Adam Henrique, defensive zone draw. Ekholm plays it back to Klingberg. Here's Klingberg for Edmonton. He'll play it up the right boards. That'll come to Connor Brown, trying to get by Forsling. Brown against Forsling. Throws a hit. Trent Frederick along the half wall. Behind the goal, Ekblad. Forward to Forsling. Forsling, high, flip to the neutral zone. Sent down, deep in the Oilers zone, not icing. Here's Ekholm for Edmonton. They have to reset. Ekholm for the Oilers. He's waiting for some reinforcements. Ekholm up the boards, and that deflects out of play. I don't know what the hell happened there. Okay. Yeah, we're vibing. I'm not blaming Stu. I'm not blaming the team. Not blaming the refs, right? The Oilers are going to come back here. They're going to win this game. We are absolutely vibing right now. We are vibing. All right, another defensive zone draw for Edmonton. Here's the Draisaitl line for the Oilers. This is the line that scored at the beginning of the game. If you're Edmonton, you need something from them late in the second. Panthers win it. Here's a play into the middle. Oh, what a save by Stuart Skinner. Here's Luostarinen into the middle, picked off by Draisaitl. Here's Leon Draisaitl, skates it forward. Kapanen got away with a bit of a pick play there, but Florida comes up with the puck. Here come the Panthers now. Here's a shot, and that goes high and wide. Here's Evander Kane to Ekholm. Ekholm up the boards. Kane, he'll play it to Klingberg. Along the half wall, into the neutral zone. Edmonton can't come up with it. Oh, man, and Tkachuk jumped onto the boards, and not too many men. The crowd wanted too many men, but I don't think that was too many men. I think he was good to be on. That was not too many men. Seth Jones, he'll play it across to Mikkola. Puck, give and go. Bennett sends it in deep. Verhaeghe chases after it against Brett Kulak towards the goal, and Stuart Skinner is just going to hang on to that one. No, I think there was only 4 Panthers on the ice, and then when Tkachuk jumped on, he was the 5th. Tkachuk was good. There wasn't anyone coming off there. I agree, Bake. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was only 4 Panthers on the ice. Tkachuk was the 5th that jumped on. So not too many men. It just looked it looked like too many men, but it wasn't. Exactly. Stay the course. They're going to be just fine. But the Oilers only have two shots this period. Like, Edmonton has to get going here. 100% they have to get going. We can bitch about the refs all we want, but the Oilers are not making it easy on themselves right now. Oh, these spammers, man. Jesus Christ. The shots are 13-3 for Florida this period. Holy smokes. I'm curious to know what the money puck's going to look like by the end of this period. Florida probably has a pretty heavy edge. Well, not a heavy edge, but they have a little bit of an edge. The expected goals in all situations are pretty even, but Florida has the edge at 5-on-5 right now. Edmonton's got to get going. They absolutely have to get going here. Can't play NHL 25 in peace because of the bots. McDavid's had a quiet night. I'll probably see Elio. I like Pixar movies. That's right, Brandel. 5-3 was my score prediction. McDavid, defensive zone face-off. Bennett's going to get kicked out. Verhaeghe steps in against McDavid. Come on, linesman. Drop the puck, man. This is so annoying. I hate this. And now McDavid's going to get kicked out of the face-off dot. I'm not going to get mad. You know, we're just chilling, right? The linesmen have a hard job. You know? It's really hard to just drop the puck. Here's Nugent-Hopkins now against Verhaeghe. Verhaeghe wins it. Florida with the puck. Forsling across the ice. Here's a shot by Tkachuk towards the goal. Doesn't make it. Puck sent up the ice. Kept in by the Panthers. Here's Bennett. He'll shake off a check by Bouchard. Bennett for the Panthers. Spins away from a check. Here's Ekblad with a shot, and Stuart Skinner's going to hang on to that one. And it's been all Panthers here the last few shifts, and Wallman is in discomfort again. Oh, my goodness. Oh, man. Wallman, he took a shot in the arm. He's taking a shot to the ankle or the inside of the knee. Jake Wallman is going to have a few bruises, and he's going to need some ice packs after this game. Oh, my goodness. Here's Draisaitl for Edmonton now. He'll take the defensive zone draw. Puck comes to Kulak. Kulak with a high flip to the neutral zone. It's going to be picked up by Arvidsson, and he loses it. Here comes Reinhart. Reinhart with a shot. Puck bounces in on Skinner, and Skinner will make another save. Florida with a ton of ozone time. Lots of shots this period. All right, smash the like button, folks. We need to hit 250 likes, right? Let's hit 250 likes on the stream. We got lots of people watching. And if you're an Oilers fan, smash that like button and help them come back in this game. Puck to the point. Here's a shot by Florida. That goes high and wide. Here's Evander Kane now. Can't make a play. Seth Jones activates. Jones, wraparound attempt, stopped by Stuart Skinner. Draisaitl reverses to Nurse. Nurse will play it back to Kulak. Oh, and the puck took a horrible bounce. Here's a play in front. Where is it? It's still loose. And the Oilers somehow come up with it. Here's Evander Kane with Draisaitl. He'll try and find Draisaitl. Oh, and a high stick on Draisaitl. And the Oilers are going to get a power play. Here's Arvidsson. Plays it behind the Panthers' goal. Draisaitl for Edmonton. Trying to play it forward, and the Oilers will get a late power play. Mikkola having words with Draisaitl. Oh, and if you're Kane, you got to be careful. If you're Kane, don't take a retaliatory penalty. You have the power play here. So great opportunity to tie this thing late. And if you head to the third period tied, this is Edmonton's game. I mean, yeah, I guess if you're a Panthers fan too, hit the like button. Everyone's welcome here. But the Oilers have a great chance. Let's see if they can tie this thing up before the end of the period on the power play. If you head into the third period tied, we love that. We love that. It's all good, Chris Knobloch. Make sure they're ready to go on this power play. They're going to score here before the end of the period. Crucial power play here. And this is massive for Edmonton, right? Absolutely massive for Edmonton. Erica is not in the chat right now that I'm aware of. But with the 5-on-4, it doesn't matter. Stu Skinner has been cooking. He's been making big saves. He's allowing the Oilers to hang in there, right? How much is a PS5? Canadian price? You can get them as low as like $500 these days. $550-ish. This power play this is key. This is a key moment in the game. Florida has a power play goal in this game. And that's the big difference right now. Florida converted on their power play. The Oilers have a chance to go ahead here. Or not go ahead, but tie the game. I'm with you, Pickleball. It sounds good, Coolistic. I mean, we still have school here in Canada until like the middle of June. Fun guy. At least where we live. All right. Power play for the Oilers. Let's go. McDavid's going to take the draw, probably, or Draisaitl will take the draw. Rodriguez took a high sticking penalty, and the faceoff came out of the Florida zone for some reason. That's a weird one. Faceoff at the Florida blue line. 1:13 to play in the second. They got to win the faceoff and then get a zone entry. McDavid tried to enter. Nugent Hopkins will play it to Bouchard. Oilers looking to set it up. Bouchard, he'll play it back to McDavid. McDavid skates it forward to Draisaitl. Oilers enter the zone. Draisaitl to the point to Bouchard. Bouchard to Nugent Hopkins. Oilers set up. Here's Bouchard for Edmonton. He'll play it to McDavid. Left circle, back to Bouchard with a shot, and that's stopped by Bobrovsky. Here's Connor McDavid now. He'll play it to Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins into the middle, gives it to Draisaitl, right circle. Draisaitl, he's holding on to it, plays it back to Bouchard. Bouchard to Connor McDavid. McDavid to Bouchard. Here's Draisaitl, one-timer. Oh, and that was just stopped by Bobrovsky. Got just enough of it to keep it out. Here's Nugent Hopkins towards the goal, and Corey Perry was dumped in front of the net. McDavid for Edmonton. Draisaitl, one-timer. That's blocked in front. Draisaitl to Bouchard. Back to McDavid. McDavid walks in across to Bouchard. Bouchard with a bomb, and that's stopped by Bobrovsky, and the ref got in the way. The Oilers could not keep possession. So the Oilers had some good looks there. 2 seconds left. Edmonton deflects it in deep, and they will head to the third with the power play for 47 seconds. So Edmonton is down by 1. They have 47 seconds of power play time. They did get some looks. Bouchard had a shot towards the net. Perry couldn't get a tip on it. And then a one-timer from Draisaitl was blocked by Forsling, which went wide. And then Forsling, another block in front. So the Oilers have a lot of work to do here. But you're only down by 1, right? I'm still feeling good, folks. I'm still feeling good. I am not feeling nervous. I'm not feeling down on this team. We've seen this team to have lots of comebacks in the third period. The Oilers, like, the third period is their period. But Florida, I mean, they had a ton of chances that period. So I'd say Stu really held the team in it. Yes, gave up a goal, but I mean, the amount of chances that Florida had, I would say Stu is the reason why this game is even within 1 right now. We're going to take a look at all the stats here, of course, and then I'm going to take a 10-minute break just to rest my voice and also leave you all with Chair. But before I get into all the stats and fun facts of the game, make sure to hit that like button. We want to hit 250 likes, folks. 250 likes. Let's do it. But after 2, Florida with the 3-2 lead. The shots that period were 17-8 in favor of the Panthers. Goodness gracious. So that means the total shots on goal are, what what is it, 24-22? Let's just make sure that I have that right. Yeah, 24-22 in favor of the Panthers. Draisaitl opened the scoring, then you had Bennett and Marchand, and then Bennett again, and then Arvidsson. He scored a minute after Bennett made it a 2-goal game, so... giveaways 7-5 Edmonton, takeaways 5-3 Florida. Hits, the Oilers have a slight edge. Penalty minutes are even somehow. Wait, how? Oilers 3-2. Wait, what the heck? 2 power plays for Florida, but 6 penalty minutes? I don't get it. Anyways, maybe I'm just brain farting. Florida has dominated the faceoff dot. The Oilers have to start winning some faceoffs here. If we take a look at the box score, we'll see if anyone's, struggling in the plus-minus department. For Florida, Bennett, Kachuk, Verhaeghe. Those guys are just unbelievable. If you take a look at their defense, Jones, Kulikov, Mikkola, Schmidt, but Ekblad and Forsling are both -2. This is the defense pair that you might be able to kind of expose a little bit. Bobrovsky with a .909 save percentage. If you look at the Oilers, they're plus-minus. Connor Brown's a -2. Not much ice time for him. Can't really blame him for any of the goals against, honestly. Kind of unfortunate. I don't know how he's a -2 because, wait, no, I guess it makes sense. McDavid a -1, Nuge a -1, Corey Perry a 0. We need more. This is your top line, right? McDavid, Nugent Hopkins, and Perry. Where's Connor McDavid? Draisaitl scored. We have goals from Draisaitl and Arvidsson. Assists from Kapanen and Podkolzin. We're getting depth production here. Bouchard has an assist. Wallman has an assist. Like, what are we doing here, right? So... the Oilers have some work to do. Now, Stu is an 875, but I would say it's a solid 875, right? There are some games where you look at his save percentage and you're like, ooh, Stuart Skinner's having a rough game. Tonight, this game is not on Stuart Skinner at all. Hey, what's up, Ace? How you doing? Now, we look at the deserved to winner meter after that second period. The Panthers now have the edge in the deserved to winner meter. Of course, they were just firing everything on net. The shot attempts, I'm sure, were outrageous for Florida. Expected goals in all situations. The Oilers have a slight edge, but if you look at the 5-on-5 situation, Florida, the Oilers, they were controlling play. Florida gets that goal early in the second, and look at all the chances that they start getting. Florida was sitting, at the start of the second period, they were sitting at 0.8 expected goals at 5-on-5. Now they're at 1.97. So a full goal expected by the end of that second period for Florida. Stuart Skinner has really, he's doing his best to hold this fort down. If we go expected goals in all situations, Draisaitl leads the way for Edmonton. In my opinion, I would honestly load up McDavid and Draisaitl for the third period. Although McDavid and Perry are doing well in the expected goals department, Nurse is having a rough game. Henrique, Brown, Frederick, they are not having a good game either. Arvidsson has a goal for Edmonton, but he's also struggling for the team. If we take a look at the 5-on-5 expected goals, look at Kulikov and Gadjevich, 100%. Not a single shot on goal with Kulikov on the net. That is actually crazy. Or on the ice. Kulikov on the ice. No shot on net. Now, Forsblad, Ekblad, and Nosek are struggling in terms of the defense for Florida. So you got to get your top players out against that defense pair. Take a look at the time on ice. Ekblad leads the way for the Panthers. Gadjevich only played 210. Boqvist 403. Nosek 408. So they are not playing their bottom 6 at all. Like, their fourth line is not being played at all right now. So, if we take a look at the Oilers' time on ice, we'll look at Bobrovsky first. He has 0.63 goals saved above expected. Good for Bob. If you look at Stu, 0.47 negative goals saved above expected. But I'd say Skinner has had to really work for his saves. So, as long as Stu holds the fort down in the third, the team can come back. If we take a look at the time on ice for Edmonton as well, Bouchard leads the way, McDavid, Draisaitl. I think Darnell Nurse is being played way too much. He has not been effective at all in getting the puck out in transition. You have Frederick, Podkolzin, and Janmark. They have the least amount of ice time for the team. So we'll see how the ice time looks moving forward. But those are all of the stats for the game so far. And if you're an Oilers fan, wrong screen. If you're an Oilers fan, you want more from McDavid, you want more from Nugent Hopkins, you need more. You need more from your top line. Yeah, Wallman is absolutely tough as nails. I think the Oilers' effort's been fine, KNG. Florida, the way they play, they're hard to play against, right? The coach's challenge didn't go Edmonton's way, and then Florida scores on the ensuing power play. Like, they took momentum. It's up to Edmonton to get momentum back. What's up, Erica? Welcome back. The Oilers started off great, and then they really stunk, and that second period was really scary. I think Edmonton is lucky that this is only a 1-goal deficit heading to the third. But I am going to take a break. Make sure you smash that like button, all right? Smash the like button, especially for my cats. Hit the like button for Franklin. Hit the like button for Kitty Kitty. Hit the like button for Mochi. And I will see you all in a few minutes. Enjoy chair. You all get chair for the next 5, 6, or 7 minutes. So have fun. We'll see you for period 3. I'm not concerned. I think Edmonton comes back in this one. We're feeling good, folks. We're feeling good. They have the power play for 47 seconds to start the third. Get an early power play goal, and then put Florida on their heels. I think the team is in good shape right now, all right? They're in good shape. Boys got this. We have to believe. We got this. We got this. Oh boy. Here we go. And we still have bots just like absolutely spamming the chat for some reason. I love this so much. Hey, what's up, Colton? How you doing? What phone do I own? I own an iPhone 15 Pro Max. iPhone 15 Pro Max. So the Oilers have a power play for 47 seconds to start the third. This is massive, right? The Oilers can tie the game early and then try and take control of the third period. Hey, I appreciate that, Colton. That's awesome. Thank you. I got a really good deal on my phone. I pay like $75 a month. I get unlimited data, unlimited calling. What else did I get? I don't remember what all else I got. It's on one of those like bring it back plans, so I have to make sure the phone's not absolutely destroyed when I bring it back. But I don't think so, Drew. I think for the most part, Edmonton hasn't played poorly, right? It's been a couple mistakes. Florida, a bit of gamesmanship. So we'll see if they're able to, find a way. They have to find a way, right? Let's find a way. Do it for Ben. Win it for Ben. Win it for Hyman. Let's go, boys. Let's get going. Smash the like button is right. 250 likes is the goal here. Here's Bouchard. He'll play it back to McDavid. McDavid will skate it into the Panthers zone. He plays it across. Puck bounced to center. Bouchard now up the ice. Corey Perry chases after it. A puck behind the Panthers goal. Puck comes to Draisaitl. Draisaitl the point to Bouchard. 23 seconds left on the power play for Edmonton. Here's Draisaitl for the Oilers. Draisaitl, he'll skate through by Luostarinen. Here's Bouchard now. Bouchard hangs onto it, looking for a lane. Draisaitl off of his stick. He falls. Bouchard with a shot. Puck bouncing all over the place, centered in front. Oh, and McDavid, instead of putting it towards the goal, tried to center it to Nugent Hopkins. Here's Bouchard to McDavid. McDavid trying to step forward, and Florida, they'll send it down the ice, not icing. Stu out of his net. So the Oilers are 0 for 3 on the power play. That's been kind of the difference here. Kind of the difference in this game, in my opinion. Here come the Oilers now. Looking for one goal. Looking to just tie this thing up, right? You don't have to win the third period outright, but get one goal and at least tie it. Here come the Panthers now. Here's Reinhart around the boards. Puck comes to Barkov towards the Oilers' goal. Goes wide. Puck comes to Evander Kane. Kane, he loses that puck to Rodriguez. And then Reinhart sends it in deep. Here's Brett Kulak for the Oilers. Nurse to Kulak. Kulak through the middle of the ice. Arvidsson. He'll play that to Podkolzin. Podkolzin chases after it now. Podkolzin against Kulikov. Kulikov protects on his backhand. Up the boards. That's going to be picked off by Ekholm. Ekholm to Janmark. Podkolzin back to Ekholm. Ekholm to Klingberg. 18:06 to play in the second. Or in the third, sorry. Final period of the game. Here's Bennett now. He plays it back. And Florida will maintain control of the puck. Here's Nate Schmidt for Florida. He'll skate forward, and Marchand went down. There was a bit of a collision. I'm not sure what happened there. A one-hopper on Stu, and we will have a whistle. So the Oilers have outscored opponents 26-15 in the third period this postseason. So the Oilers got to dig deep here, right? Let's dig deep. Shots 25-22 Florida. 17-15 to play here in the third. Paul Coffey having a conversation with Bouchard. Shot towards the goal by Marchand goes wide. Trent Frederick off the boards. Connor Brown will chase after it. Ekblad picks up the puck. He'll flip it to the neutral zone. And it's given to Lundell. Lundell walks in. Poke checked by Klingberg. Klingberg now being pressured by Lundell. Ekholm comes into support. Luostarinen for the Panthers, also in down low behind the Oilers' goal. Both teams trying to come up with it. Here's Ekholm. He'll flip it to the neutral zone. Ekblad on his forehand. He'll play it back towards the Oilers' end. Here's Trent Frederick for Edmonton. He pokes it forward, but the Florida Panthers do a good job. 2-on-1. Here's Luostarinen. Backhand goes high and wide. The Panthers attack on transition. The Oilers with a bad giveaway, but Luostarinen puts it over the net. Here's Bouchard now. He'll find Leon Draisaitl. Draisaitl skates it into the Panthers zone. He'll throw it in deep. Corey Perry chases after it. He can't come up with it. Puck comes to Reinhart. Bouchard trying to keep the play alive. Comes back to center. Bouchard, he'll play back to Wallman. Jake Wallman for the Oilers to Bouchard. Here's Bouchard now to Wallman. Across the ice. Wallman walks in with a shot that goes high and wide. Draisaitl to Bouchard. Bouchard towards the goal. High. Corey Perry plays it to McDavid. McDavid behind the goal, trying to find Draisaitl, and here come the Panthers now. Rodriguez. He's checked by Bouchard. Wallman looks for an outlet. He hangs onto it, gives it to Bouchard. The Oilers will make a change. They have McDavid and Draisaitl loaded for now. I'd like to see Perry off that top line, maybe someone with a bit more speed. Here's Bouchard up the middle of the ice. Puck deflected into the Panthers' end. Henrique trying to come up with it. He can, and here comes Boqvist. Boqvist for Florida. He'll get it in deep. Gadjevich for Florida against Kulak. Can't come up with the puck. Brett Kulak for the Oilers. Skates it forward, and someone lost a stick. I don't know what happened there. Oilers lose possession, and Schmidt will dump it in deep. Here's Darnell Nurse now. He finds Gadjevich. Gadjevich behind the Oilers' net. Adam Henrique against Boqvist. He'll play that to Kane. Kane up the right boards. And the Oilers would have had an odd-man break. And here's Evander Kane now. He brings it in the Panthers zone. He's checked off the puck. Janmark will throw a check on Bennett. Here's Ekblad now. Up the right wing. Into the neutral zone. Klingberg up the middle of the ice. Off of Arvidsson's skates. Klingberg loses it. Here's Verhaeghe. He walks in. He shoots, and that goes high and out of play. And the Panthers doing a good job. They're getting sticks in lanes. The Oilers can't really get anything going right now. I want the stick in deep. What? So Klingberg with a bad giveaway, but good stick by Ekholm. Shot deflects high and out of play right into the camera. If you had 3D glasses on, that would have been very scary. Here's Adam Henrique. Defensive zone draw. They're going to redo that again because every faceoff they have to redo for some reason. Here come the Oilers, up the middle of the ice. Kulak just loses possession, and it'll come to Brad Marchand. Marchand to Lundell. He can't come up with it. Connor Brown forechecks. Puck sent in behind the Oilers' goal. Skinner leaves it for Kulak. Kulak. He gives the puck away, but the Oilers will maintain possession. Kulak to Brown. Brown off the glass into the Panthers zone, not icing. Here's Ekblad. He falls. Here's Connor Brown. He tried to play it back to Kulak, but that's a misplay by Connor Brown, who's looked really off tonight. Connor Brown for the Oilers. He'll skate it, put it off the left boards, and he gives that again away. And another Panther defenseman fell. Puck behind the Panthers' net. Here's Rodriguez. Rodriguez will skate it up the left boards. He'll dump it in once again. Florida with just the dump and chase. Killing the clock. Bouchard around. McDavid plays it up to the half wall. Draisaitl up the middle. Here's Wallman to Perry. Perry, he finds Wallman with a shot, and that's stopped by Bobrovsky. Draisaitl picks up the puck on his backhand. He's hit into the boards. And here's Florida now. They're just trying to clear the pressure into the neutral zone. Here's Jake Wallman for Edmonton. Wallman looks for an outlet. Finds Perry. Perry with the hard rim around. Bobrovsky stops it up. Nate Schmidt will pick it up for the Panthers. Off the glass. High into the neutral zone. Matthew Tkachuk cut off by Bouchard. And here comes McDavid now. McDavid, a little bit of a fake into the middle of the ice. Kapanen down low to McDavid. McDavid centers in front. And they score! Mattias Ekholm has tied the game for Edmonton. Let's go, baby. Come on. The boys got this. We're feeling good. The Viking and Connor McDavid gets an assist on that as well. Huge goal for Edmonton as they tie this thing up. Here's McDavid. Little bit of a fake. He plays it across to Kapanen. Down low to McDavid. He centers it out in front. It comes to Ekholm. And Ekholm, he beats Bobrovsky on the glove side. Nice job by McDavid. Good centering pass. And what a shot by Mattias Ekholm. And Kasperi Kapanen has 2 assists tonight, by the way. Kapanen has been quietly having a terrific game for Edmonton. So the Oilers have tied the game. Mattias Ekholm with his first goal of the playoffs. Puck into the Oilers zone. Here's Klingberg now. The Oilers, they're in control, baby. They're in control. Puck up the ice. Kapanen deflects it in the Panthers zone. Kapanen behind the Panthers net. He's being checked by Schmidt. Schmidt along the boards. The Oilers can't come up with it. Here's Gadjevich. He'll give it to Boakfist. Boakfist for Florida. He stops up. He's hit by Ekholm. Puck along the half wall. Nugent Hopkins can't come up with possession. But here's John Klingberg now. John Klingberg for the Oilers. Waits for an outlet. He plays it to Ekholm. Ekholm waits for a change. He'll play it up. Comes to Evander Kane now. Evander Kane gets by Kulikov. Here's Kane. He goes hard into the boards. And here come the Panthers. Schmidt. He'll give that puck to Luosterainen. Luosterainen almost loses it. The Oilers trying to cut it off in the neutral zone. Janmark back to Nurse. Nurse across the ice. Here's Kulak now. Edmonton with puck control. Kulak skates it forward to the red line. He doesn't like what he sees. He'll turn back. Up the left side. Nurse puts it in deep, and that goes off the stanchion out of play, and we're going to have a commercial break. So, nice goal for Ekholm, baby. Nice goal for Ekholm. Let's go, right? You gotta find a way to continue to keep building on that. So we got a great game here. And like I said, the Oilers, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. I think what I have to do is I think I have to ban specific words so that the spam doesn't even come through, you know? Exactly. Need that 4th goal. Let's go, baby. Come on. We're feeling good. I haven't been nervous all game. I should add hockey emojis to my channel name. I like just Austin Hockey. I think it's very simple. But I do need to add channel emotes. Oh, by the way, speaking of emotes, I do want to do gifted memberships. I haven't done gifted memberships in a while. We have a commercial break. I have a great opportunity to do that right now. Also, over 400 people watching. Let's hit 250 likes. Come on now. You know you want to. Membership gifting. So we're going to do 5 gifted memberships now and then 5 at the end of the game, all right? So here's 5 gifted from yours truly. Jurgen's got one. Sergio got one. Bradley, congrats. Jordan and Ren. If you got a gifted membership, congrats. Now, what does a gifted membership give you? Well, what it gets you is a little symbol next to your name. It highlights your comments on videos. You get priority access to some videos that I upload early. So sometimes I do members only uploads 8 hours before, the general public gets to see them. So yeah, if you're a member, congrats, of course. There's your gifted memberships. Cam with the $2 super chat. Time for McDavid to get the winner. Effing dig in. Let's dig in. Let's go. Let's go, baby. The vibes are high. The vibes are high. We're feeling good. We're feeling good. Play Nickelback in the stadium right now. Banger alert. Here's the faceoff at center. Florida will bring it in. Kulak checks Rodriguez. Puck comes to Darnell Nurse. Nurse up the boards. Florida being aggressive now towards the Oilers' goal. Doesn't make it. Here's Adam Henrique. He'll kick it forward. Barkov battles for it. Puck towards the Oilers' goal. Doesn't make it there. Here's a shot from distance, and that deflects wide. Here's Brett Kulak for Edmonton. Checked by Reinhart. Kulak loses it. Puck in the middle of the ice. It comes to the neutral zone. Connor Brown will chase after it against Forsling. Edmonton should be able to get a change here. Here's Kulak to Nurse. Here's Darnell Nurse. Skates it forward, off the boards, and he'll find Draisaitl. Draisaitl to McDavid with speed. McDavid walks in on his backhand, tries to center it. Back to the point. Here's Wallman across to Bouchard. Bouchard down low to Draisaitl. He skates it up the boards, leaves it for McDavid. McDavid takes a big hit. Nice job by Mikkola. And there's a battle going on along the half wall there. The crowd didn't like something, but that's hard hockey. Here's Lindell. Loses it. Here's Draisaitl. Draisaitl skates it forward. Leon Draisaitl walks in, shoots it. That goes wide. Here's Bouchard towards the goal. And Bobrovsky will hang on to that. Shot wouldn't have made it to the net, but let's go. Let's go. Keep it up. Let's go. Yeah, I love that, Dave. I love that. Hey, Bryce with the 5 super chat. Let's go. Only Oilers could make me stay up this late. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Edmonton's got this. We're feeling good. We're feeling good. Come on now. Offensive zone draw for Edmonton. Here's Nugent Hopkins with Kapanen and Kane. Bouchard and Wallman for Edmonton? I can't tell who's on that left side. Maybe Echo. Florida wins it. Forsling skates it forward. Almost kept alive by Nugent Hopkins. Verhaeghe walks in, shoots. His shot goes wide. Bouchard off the boards, puck into the neutral zone, and that's going to be icing on Edmonton. So, honestly, Kane, I don't mind that. Reset here, take the face off. Warner with the $5. Sheba dog writing with a brush, writing number 1 on a piece of paper. What is that? Is that an emote? Yeah, it's just an emote. Thank you so much. I was reading the description of what happened. Off the face-off, the Oilers win it. Wallman. He'll play it up the boards to Kane. Kane's knocked down by Ekblad. Bennett against Kane. They're digging for it. Kane's down. Puck's under him. Florida battles for it. Here's Wallman now. He's trying to grab it. Kane can't get it out. Florida keeps it alive. Here's Ekblad for the Panthers. They'll flip it into the corner, and Bouchard will reverse to Wallman. Good job by Edmonton. Here's Wallman. He'll play it up the middle of the ice, but Florida, they're going to bring it right back in. Verhaeghe charges in. Bouchard trying to get it up the boards. Puck will come to Evander Kane. He misses the puck, can't get it out. Wallman against Bennett. He throws a hit. Wallman trying to get the puck forward. The Oilers struggling to get the puck out of the zone. Puck kept in by Forsling. Puck alive. Here's Verhaeghe. He's knocked down. Couple Oilers trying to grab it. Here's Nugent Hopkins now. Nugent Hopkins skates it forward. Doesn't get it deep into the Panther zone, but it will allow a couple Oilers to get a change here. Puck sent into the Oilers zone, and that's actually going to be icing on the Panthers. So the Oilers will get a offensive zone draw against probably a tired line for Florida. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Offensive zone draw for Edmonton. You can feel the momentum shift. You can feel the game shifting in Edmonton's favor here. 9:37 left in the third. Here's Draisaitl on the draw. He's got to win this, though. Oilers have struggled in the dot. And Nosic's going to get kicked out. No, maybe he's not. I don't know. The linesman's saying something to him. Draisaitl against Nosek. Come on, drop the puck, you stupid linesman. Oh, my goodness gracious. They drop it. Florida wins it. They'll send it to the neutral zone. Here's Klingberg for Edmonton. Klingberg, he'll send it hard around the boards. McDavid, he'll chase after it. Can't grab it. Draisaitl keeps the puck alive, though. Here's McDavid. He'll walk it in. Backhand! Oh, and it goes just wide. What a save by Bobrovsky. I thought it was going to trickle in. And the Panthers will shoot it deep into the Oilers zone. Klingberg now against Barkov. He takes a hit, comes to Ekholm, Corey Perry, to Draisaitl to McDavid. Connor McDavid walks it in, gets around Jones with a shot. That's stopped by Sergei Bobrovsky. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. McDavid's feeling it. Oh, McDavid's shot goes off the sweater of Bobrovsky and then goes just by the post. It was so close. So close. All right, I think Ted's just trolling. We'll give Ted a 30-minute timeout to think about what he's done here. I don't mind a bit of trash talking, but I think Ted's just been a little too. I mean, you can agree with me or disagree with me, but I think Ted's been a little too intense here, right? The vibes are we're vibing here. We're vibing. Give him a break. Hey, that's why I only timed him out for 30 minutes. All right, he'll be back. He'll be back. Yeah, literally, McDavid, he's feeling it, right? He got the assist on the tying goal. You know McDavid is pushing here. You know what? We scored because of all of your support and positivity. We are not panicking. The Oilers are in the driver's seat. Hey, it's all good, FC. You've been vibing, man. You've been tuning into a ton of streams. That's all good. For Ben and for Hyman, for Joey Moss, for Bruce McCurdy, for Robin Brownlee, for everyone else that is no longer here, and for every fan that has not even been born yet. Let's do it. Let's get this win tonight. It's been a fun game. It's been a fun game. We are vibing. It's all good, Fat Fun Guy. It's all good. I wasn't sure what was going on. Right now, I got a Blue Moon Light. But I've also had some Daycation Lager as well from Troubled Monk. We are back from commercial break here. Less than 10 minutes to play in the third. Oilers win the faceoff. Kulak with a shot. Rebound in front. Oh, and Frederick just couldn't come up with it. Here come the Panthers. Potential 4-on-2 if they were quick. Rodriguez sends it in deep. Here's Barkov for Florida. Puck comes to Darnell Nurse. He spins away, and he'll reset. Don't mind this play from Nurse at all. Nurse will play it off the boards. Puck into the middle. Frederick's knocked down, or Henrik was knocked down. Nurse protects at his blue line. Florida can't get in deep. Oilers trying to come up with it. Here's Marchand now, trying to center it. Marchand walks in, spins away from a check. Marchand towards the goal. That's stopped by Stuart Skinner. Good job by Stu. Here's Kulak now for the Oilers. He's being pressured now. Here's Lundell. Good shift by the Panthers. Lots of pressure. Here's a shot by Kulikov. Doesn't make it. And the Oilers can't get it out. It's kept in. Here's Marchand for Florida. Towards the goal. Doesn't make it. Here's Schmidt. He'll play it to Lundell. Towards the goal. Off the outside of the post. Here's Nurse now. Around the boards. And he does get it out. Good job by Nurse. And the Oilers will get a couple players changed. Oh, and I don't know who that was that just came off the bench. Almost stole that. Would have had a great opportunity. Here's Bouchard now behind his goal. Bouchard up the right boards. Off of Janmark's stick. He'll play it in the middle. Wallman to Arvidsson. The Oilers can't get it in deep. Janmark will send it back in now. Bobrovsky leaves it for Sam Bennett. Sam Bennett plays it up. Here comes Verhaeghe up the middle of the ice. Carter Verhaeghe. Wallman stumbles. Verhaeghe with a shot. Doesn't make it. And Bouchard clears the puck from the crease. Here's Arvidsson into the middle of the ice. Janmark can't grab it. Kept alive by Henrique. Oh, and here's Podkolzin down low. Here's Arvidsson for the Oilers. Podkolzin for Edmonton trying to play to the blue line. Tkachuk steals it. Here comes Bennett for the Panthers. McDavid's on the ice for Edmonton. Here's McDavid back to Klingberg. Here's Klingberg. Skates it up the middle. He'll walk in towards Bobrovsky, and he'll force an offensive zone faceoff. I don't mind that at all. Don't mind the offensive zone faceoff. That's a good play. Oh, I'm feeling great, Coolistic. I'm feeling great. Hey, we hit the 250 likes. Let's go, baby. Let's go. If you have not hit the like button on the stream yet, I mean, every other like now is just bonus. Thank you so much. 6:53 to play. Offensive zone draw. The Oilers have their top line out. McDavid, Draisaitl, and Perry. Off the draw. Draisaitl can't come up with it. Here's Barkov. Battled by Perry. Draisaitl comes in to help. Here's Rodriguez. Loses it to Draisaitl. He'll play it across to Ekholm. Here's Bouchard. Bouchard towards the goal. That's stopped by Bobrovsky. Florida now trying to get the outlet. just out of the reach of Rodriguez. Good job by Ekholm. Grabs it. He'll play it into the middle of the ice. Just out of the reach of Draisaitl. Here's Jones now. Through the middle. Picked off by Bouchard. Here's Leon Draisaitl for the Oilers. He'll skate it in. High flip towards Bobrovsky, and Bobrovsky will hang on to that once again. And another offensive zone faceoff for Edmonton. I like you. I'm just him. I like you. It's tough to read the comments during play, right? The third period has been intense. Let's go. Offensive zone draw. Evander Kane, Nugent Hopkins, Kasperi Kapanen. Here's Nugent Hopkins. He'll step in. He's going to get kicked out of the faceoff dot. Here's Evander Kane now. He'll step in and take the faceoff. Here's Kane for Edmonton. The linesman just dropped the puck, and Florida wins it cleanly. Here's a high flip to the neutral zone by the Panthers. Kicked forward by Klingberg, comes to Wallman. Wallman into the middle. Nugent Hopkins back to Wallman. The Oilers reset. John Klingberg for Edmonton. Klingberg through the middle of the ice, picked off by Ekblad. Klingberg holds it. Plays it up the right wing. Kapanen now tries to play it forward to Evander Kane, and then he'll eventually send it in deep in the Panthers zone. Bobrovsky's out of his crease. Bobrovsky trying to make a play. Almost gave it away. Here's Klingberg now. Klingberg walks the line towards the goal. Yeah, rebound in front. He doesn't have it. Oh, Bobrovsky had it for a second. Here's another shot, and Bobrovsky with the save, and then Bobrovsky goes down. Evander Kane throwing some punches. Kane's got to be careful. You don't want to take a late penalty here. That would be a disaster. Absolute disaster. And the rebound came loose after Bobrovsky had it. I mean, Kane was kind of all over Bobrovsky there. If that went in, I don't think that would have counted. There's a certain thing you have to do. It's kind of tough to explain how faceoffs are supposed to be done, but linesmen are just way too intense about it. All right, quick bathroom break, folks, and then we're coming back for the rest of the third period. Oilers got this in regulation. I feel it. Enjoy some extra chair content for 2 minutes. All right, baby. All right, how we doing? How we feeling? Feeling good? Let's hit 300 likes. I like that, Colton. I agree, Jesse. Hungry for a win, Erica? Because so am I. Oh, why are you sore? I'm just him. What happened? What'd I miss? Safe fun. I love that. Someone in my in the comment section of my videos said that there would be lots of overtime in this series. They might be onto something. Here's a flip into the Oilers zone. Brett Kulak will play it up the boards. That bounces strangely, and that's going to be icing on Edmonton here. 5:23 to play. Evan Bouchard? Oh, yeah, he's playing. He's been playing really well tonight, in my opinion. Hey, it's all good, FC. That sounds like a blast. Here's a faceoff in the Oilers zone. Edmonton wins it. Darnell Nurse. He gives that to Kane over his stick. Ekblad towards the goal. Doesn't make it. Bennett can't come up with it. Here's Kapanen now. He'll skate it forward with speed. Kapanen dumps it in, right corner. Kapanen chases after it against Ekblad. Nugent-Hopkins provides support. Puck comes to Kulak, keeps it alive for a moment. Here's Nugent-Hopkins, takes it from Verhaeghe. Here's Kapanen now for the Oilers. Kapanen centers Nugent-Hopkins. Oh, and he tried to get a shot on net, and it was picked off by the Panthers. Puck is flipped high into the Oilers zone. Darnell Nurse waiting for a change from Edmonton. 4:43 to play. Darnell Nurse will wind it up. Here comes Nurse. Skates it up the ice, sends it in deep. Behind the Panthers net. Nurse protects along the boards. Draisaitl trying to come up with it against Jones. Puck bouncing. Barkov now for the Panthers. Up the left side. Here's Bouchard for the Oilers. He stops up. And that's given away by Bouchard. Barkov in front. Nice job by Bouchard. Great block. And then Stuart Skinner with a great save. And the puck is going to be flipped into the neutral zone. Bad giveaway by Bouchard, but good recovery and then a good save by Stu. Here's Ekholm for Edmonton. 4:07 to play. Bouchard will dump it in deep. Henrique chases after it. Off of Henrique's skates. Connor Brown now, who's had a tough game. Who wants to be a hero for Edmonton? Here's Wallman towards the goal. That's bouncing around, and Bobrovsky will hang on to that one. Oh, boy. So, Bouchard, bad giveaway, good block, and then good save by Stuart Skinner on the rebound attempt. So, at least Bouchard recovered the initial giveaway. 3:53 to play here in the third. Shots are 34-27, offensive zone faceoff for Edmonton. Henrique will take it with Frederick and Brown with him. Klingberg and Wallman on defense. Here's Henrique off the draw. Puck, they're battling for it. Oilers can't come up with it. Puck comes around the boards. And here's a play kept alive by Brown. Glove pass? They're going to say no, not a glove pass. Here's Nate Schmidt. Schmidt against Brown. Brown loses his stick. Henrique can't come up with it. Puck comes to Wallman. He'll play it back to Klingberg. Oilers going to change. Here's Klingberg. He'll play it to Wallman. Wallman to Klingberg. He'll play it up the right wing. Dumped in by Arvidsson. Podkolzin now spins away from a check. Trying to center it out in front. In the skates of Boakfist. And here's Marchand. He's going to get checked by two Oilers. Nice job by Edmonton. Great job taking the space away from the Panthers. Nice hit by Janmark. And here come the Panthers again. Forsling. Puck deflected in by Boakfist. Behind the Oilers' goal. Stuart Skinner's out of his net. Oh, and the puck comes to Arvidsson. The Oilers are going to get a clear here. Here's Arvidsson off the boards. Podkolzin chases after it. Puck into the neutral zone. Oilers trying to come up with it. Here's Podkolzin. He brings it back in. Podkolzin. He brings it in front. Oh, and the good save by Bobrovsky. Kulak keeps the puck alive. Down low to Kapanen. Here's Forsling now. He's checked off the puck. Nugent-Hopkins trying to grab it for Edmonton. Ekblad for the Panthers. He'll flip it to the neutral zone. Down deep. That's going to be not icing on Florida. Okay, I thought that was going to be icing. Here's Nurse. He holds onto it. Up the middle of the ice. Played into the Panthers zone. Kapanen now. He throws a check on Schmidt. Tkachuk takes a hit. Puck around to Kulikov. Here's Nugent-Hopkins. Keeps it alive for now. Down low. Tried to find Kane. Kane will chase Schmidt. Schmidt off the half wall. Bennett to the center neutral zone area. Bouchard up the right side. Here's Corey Perry for the Oilers. McDavid chases it, but Mikkola comes up with possession. Mikkola up the left or right boards, and here come the Panthers. They'll send it into the Oilers zone. Here's Stuart Skinner. Up the boards. He'll get that out of the zone, and Florida will dump it back. And the puck took a strange bounce off the stanchion. Here's Ekholm out of his net. Is Stu. Florida keeps the puck alive. Puck around the boards. It's going to be chased by Corey Perry. Mikkola keeps the play in the Oilers zone towards the Oilers net. Doesn't make it. Ekholm to Draisaitl. And he'll find Perry. Perry to McDavid. McDavid can't get in deep against Jones. Puck along the half wall. And Draisaitl, he can't come up with it. I don't know what happened there. There's a bit of a collision. Someone fell on the Panthers. Puck sent into the Oilers zone now. Wallman and Klingberg. 1:05 to play. Here's Klingberg. Stops up. Across the ice to Wallman. Wallman with a high flip towards Bobrovsky on goal, not icing. Forsling's going to get pressured by Brown. Puck sent down the Oilers' end, and that's going to be icing on the Panthers. Okay. 8 accounts, Colton. That's a lot of accounts to sub with. That's crazy. I'm not letting you out of the basement. Here we go. The Oilers, they can take advantage of the icing by Florida. Nice job by Podkolzin. Good power move. Good job by Bobrovsky. He keeps the door shut. 49 seconds to play in the third. Let's see if they can win the faceoff. Draisaitl will take it. Draisaitl wins it. Here's Bouchard. He holds it. Broken stick on Marchand. Bouchard towards the goal. That goes wide. Deflects in front. Here's Connor Brown. Brown trying to play it around behind the net. Hit the ref. Brown to McDavid. McDavid, he'll play it to Draisaitl. Draisaitl for Edmonton. He's being held up. McDavid now looking to center it. Here's McDavid to Bouchard with a shot that goes high and wide. Puck bounce to Marchand. Marchand sends it down the ice, and that's going to be icing again on Florida. Oh, boy. Let's see what happens here. 18 seconds to play in the third. Another offensive zone faceoff for Edmonton. Oilers' top line stays out. Draisaitl. McDavid. Here's Paul Maurice. He's yelling at someone. I don't know what the officials are discussing. Puck bounced strangely, and then it was sent down the ice. I don't know what they're doing. Okay, so it wasn't icing on Florida. They're going to say the puck hit the mesh, so they're probably going to add a couple seconds to the clock here. So Florida gets a change. I saw that, Colton. That's too many accounts. Oilers, if they win the draw, maybe you win this thing in regulation right here. Maybe it doesn't even go to overtime. Come on, baby. I feel it. I feel it. They're waiting to drop it. Trying to figure out how much time is left on the clock. The crowd is on their feet. Corey Perry, he's chatting with Ekholm. So 25.3 seconds to go. They added about 7 seconds to the clock. So here's Draisaitl. If he wins this faceoff, Edmonton has a chance with their top line to win this thing in regulation. Let's see if Draisaitl can win the faceoff. Let's go, baby. Off the draw. Comes to McDavid, just out of his reach. And here's Rodriguez. He'll send it to center. Ekholm off the boards. Puck bouncing around, and that'll head into the Panthers bench. So we'll have a faceoff at the Panthers blue line, I believe. And the fans are on their feet, and they're chanting, "Let's go Oilers." Oilers will keep the top line out. They put Connor Brown out in favor of Corey Perry. Draisaitl will take the faceoff. Off the draw, Florida wins it. Brought up the boards. It's brought back into the Panther zone, though. Connor Brown against Barkov. Here's McDavid to Draisaitl. Draisaitl brings it into the zone. And Barkov takes a hit. McDavid towards the goal, and that's tipped wide of the net by Brown. Oh, a last-second chance, and we are heading to overtime, baby. All right, we got OT. We got OT. Stanley Cup Final overtime. Pretty rare, actually. You don't see overtime very often in the Stanley Cup Finals. Now, the last Stanley Cup Final overtime game that I can remember, at least as an Oilers fan, was Game 5 against the Carolina Hurricanes. Steve Stajos took a penalty, and then Fernando Pisani won it shorthanded on a breakaway to keep the series alive. So, if you're the Oilers, stay the heck out of the box for the love of all that is holy in the hockey world. All right, this is going to be fun. But we're going to take a look at the summary. The third period, the Oilers outshot Florida 14-2. Now, Edmonton completely took control of this game. Florida had control in the second, but that third period was all Edmonton, right? All Edmonton. It's all good, TG. It's all good. About 15 minutes, right? Or 16 minutes. Could you imagine, Chad? Oh, my goodness. Fun guy, who are you talking to? Oh, okay. All good. No worries. Too funny. All right, smash the like button. Let's see if the Oilers can get a win in overtime. We'll take a look at the edge visualizer of Ekholm's game-tying goal in the third period. The puck was in the neutral zone. McDavid did a little fake play. It looked like he was going to put it over across. Kapanen to McDavid. McDavid centers to Ekholm, and he one-times it past Sergei Bobrovsky. That tied the game. Penalty minutes are even somehow. Oilers, I mean, the big difference here, if Edmonton could just have scored on one power play, like they win this game, right? They really needed a power play goal. Their power play has failed them tonight, but they have an opportunity to just win this game in overtime. Next goal wins, folks. This is the most exciting time of the year. Wow, that voice crack. Hello? Am I 13 or 31 years old on that one? Need the win, of course. This is the biggest moment of Edmonton's whole season, in my opinion. Biggest moment. What do we got for your OT predictions? OT predictions, folks. Now, I love just randomly guessing a player from each team. That's kind of my thing. OT predictions for Edmonton. I'm going Jake Wallman. I think he's got a bomb from the point. I'm going to go with Wallman. And for the Florida Panthers, Brad Marchand's been kind of all over it tonight. He's been very slick and sneaky. I'm going to go Brad Marchand for Florida. Those are going to be my two overtime predictions. Who do you all have in overtime? And, of course, we will take a look at the money puck as well. I wasn't alive, Woozy. I was not alive. But the Oilers, the amount of chances they had in that third period, they took that game back over, right? Florida took control in the second, but the deserved win-o-meter is now heavily in Edmonton's favor. Expected goals at 5-on-5, 2.6 to 2.25 in favor of Edmonton. All situations, 3.81 to 2.81 in favor of the Oilers. And I think as this game goes along, it does benefit Edmonton. They made an adjustment in the third. They put McDavid and Draisaitl together, which I don't mind at all. I think Corey Perry probably doesn't get too much ice time in overtime here. Expected goals at 5-on-5. Perry does lead the way. If you take a look at a few of the Oilers, there's only a few that are below 50%. Most of them are over, so that's a good sign. And if we take a look at Bobrovsky, he has almost one goal saved above expected. If we take a look at the time on ice for Edmonton, oh my goodness. Who's played the least amount? Podkolzin, only 950. I'd like to see Podkolzin with a little bit more ice time. I think Podkolzin could be a big difference maker here in overtime. And then, of course, Stu Skinner, he's been all over it. He's almost even on goals saved above expected. He's sitting at an .885 save percentage. Stuart Skinner has, I think, had a good game in my opinion, right? It hasn't been like a perfect game from Stu, but I haven't disliked his game, if that makes sense. Leon with the backhand. Cap your Bouchard. I hope it doesn't go 3 overtime. I don't know if I can survive 3 overtimes. I can survive 1, maybe 2. If it goes to 3 overtimes, I may just pass out on stream. You may just see me faint. It's Cappy hour. I like it. Kapanen, he does have that clutch factor. He did win that series against Vegas. All right, let's go. Let's go. 12 minutes until the start of overtime. I am going to take another break. Everyone can get their snacks. You can get your your refreshments, whatever you're drinking tonight. Hopefully, if you're drinking alcohol, you're doing it responsibly like I am. Somehow, if Stuart Skinner gets credited with the overtime winner, something horrible has happened. My highest heart rate in this game was probably in the 140 to 150 range. All right, let's go. Hey, I got you, David. And thank you all for tuning in. Again, just keep smashing that like button. I love all of you. I'll see you all in about 10 minutes, okay? We're taking another quick break. I've got to just kind of go and breathe. You saw 153. Okay. I'm in Fort Mac camp with work at 5:30. 3 OTs would kill me. Oh, my goodness, Amos. Jeez, that'd be wild. Tennis Girl says Panthers will win. Okay. There's actually a decent amount of Panthers fans and or fans that are cheering for Florida, so it's going to be a fun overtime, but I like Edmonton's chances here. I have felt good all game. I think Edmonton's got this. Let's go. We'll be back. I'm going to go hang out with my cats for 6 or 7 minutes. We'll see you soon. Oh, what the heck? The first comment I see is Gretzky is overrated. I don't know, man. Gretzky has more assists than anyone has points in NHL history, so I don't know if that's quite an accurate statement, but how we doing? Are we ready? Let's get it done. I don't know what's going on here. We're vibing. Yo, they're actually advertising hockey cards. I have the Celebrini Young Guns. There's a Upper Deck ad. Look at this. I got a Celebrini rookie card. Let's go, baby. Yes, I do, Brandel. Yes, I do. You work at 6? Oh my goodness gracious. Well, let's hope the team gets the win early so that everyone can go to bed at a good time tonight. I don't know how much the Celebrini card goes for right now. I think ungraded, it's like $200. It'll probably skyrocket in price if Celebrini wins the Calder Trophy. Ooh, working healthcare, yeah. Long days. All right, let's go. We're back from commercial. I'm hiding the chat. Overtime about to start. Oilers are going with Nugent Hopkins, Evander Kane, and Kasperi Kapanen. Off the face-off, the Oilers win it. Here's Darnell Nurse for Edmonton. He'll play it across the ice. Oh, and Florida steals that pass from Kulak. Here come the Panthers. Here's a shot by Barkov, and that goes just wide of the net. Here's Kane trying to get into the middle. Here's a play in front. Oh, my goodness, puck in front, and Reinhart had a chance, and Stuart Skinner had to hang on to that. Oh, my goodness. What the heck was that start to the overtime? Relax, folks. I'm ready, David. Let's go. Barkov walked in. His shot goes just wide. Kulak with the bad giveaway. Barkov towards the goal. Reinhart was by himself. Good job by Stuart Skinner. He held his ground and then covered it up against Reinhart. 19 seconds in, and Florida almost won it already. Here's Draisaitl now on the draw. He wins that to Bouchard. Bouchard with a high flip to the neutral zone. McDavid chases after it. Here's a play off the half wall. McDavid steals it for a moment. Seth Jones up the middle. Here come the Panthers. Loose to Rainin. That's offside on the Panthers. They say no offside. Here's a shot towards the goal. Goes wide. Rebound also goes wide. Here's Marchand towards the goal. Oh, and that goes off Lundell's skates. Wide of the net. Here's another shot towards the Oilers' goal. It doesn't make it. Here's Ekblad. He keeps the play alive. Ekholm pokes it forward. Oilers can't come up with it. Florida trying to keep the cycle going, and here's McDavid now. Connor McDavid walks it up the ice to Draisaitl. He gets it past the defender. Here's Brown. Brown hard around the boards. It's going to be kept in by the Oilers. Here's Ekblad now for Florida. So Florida's come out on a mission. The Oilers got to manage the puck much better. Here's Ekblad. He hangs on, waiting to make a play. He plays it up the right boards. That's deflected by Podkolzin. Florida with possession, though. Verhaeghe walks into the Oilers' zone. He dumps it in deep. Here's Matthew Tkachuk now. Behind the Oilers' net. Nice job. Oilers trying to come up with it. Here's Bennett to the point. Kulikov across the ice. A shot from Schmidt doesn't make it towards the goal. Rebound goes just wide of the Oilers' goal. Here's Kulikov. Keeps the cycle alive for Florida. Verhaeghe towards the net, and that deflects onto Stu, and he makes the save. Puck comes up the ice. Janmark can't come up with it. Puck hits the linesman. Florida will keep the puck alive. Arvidsson into the middle for Podkolzin with Janmark 2-on-1. Podkolzin backhand towards the goal, and he can't get it there. I don't think he realized he might have had Janmark to pass to. Here's Boqvist now. He'll send it deep into the Oilers' zone. To Darnell Nurse. Nurse up the boards. Adam Henrique now. Puck brought into the Panthers' zone. Florida with possession. Here's Seth Jones into the middle of the ice. Here's Boqvist for Florida. Boqvist walks in. His shot is deflected by Kulak. Here's Henrique for Edmonton. Oilers lose it momentarily. Now they send it to the neutral zone. Adam Henrique keeps the puck alive. He'll send it into the Panthers' end. Here's Mikkola, he'll give it to Jones. Oilers make a change. Here comes Seth Jones for Florida towards the Oilers' goal. That goes high and wide. Puck comes to the half wall towards Edmonton's net. And that deflects high and out of play. Oh, Oilers look a little shaky. Oilers look a little shaky here. Come on, boys. Let's figure it out. Good couple looks for Florida. Oh, man, Verhaeghe had a glorious opportunity on the back door, but the puck just went over his stick. 17:09 to play here in OT. Puck is won by the Panthers off the draw. Draisaitl. He'll play it off the glass. Kept alive, but it'll come to Bouchard. Bouchard in the middle. Connor McDavid with speed. Here comes McDavid now. He'll play it towards Bobrovsky. Puck bouncing all over the place. Oilers keep the puck in. Bouchard into the far corner. McDavid on his backhand. Into the middle. Behind the net. Tries to center it out in front. Bouchard now. Bouchard towards the goal, and that goes just wide. And Corey Perry was shoved into Bobrovsky. No call there. Here's Rodriguez. He'll flip it into the Oilers' end. Bouchard to Ekholm. Here's Matthias Ekholm. Both teams make a change. Ekholm to Bouchard. Bouchard. Puck deflected in by Kapanen. Seth Jones for Florida. Off the glass. Kapanen holds on to it. Kapanen with a high flip into the near corner. Evander Kane will chase after the puck. Kane on the forecheck. Can't come up with it. Lundell supporting. Lundell. He flips it in the middle of the ice. Nice job by Klingberg. Kapanen brings it back in. Kapanen around the boards. Bobrovsky plays it, but Kane towards the goal. Here's Wallman. Oh, and that's blocked by Luosterainen. Oh, my goodness, Wallman. He walked into a rebound, and Wallman just couldn't get it on net. What a block by Luosterainen. Wow. Oh, Wallman with a glorious chance. What a block by Luosterainen. Like that from Wallman, and Luosterainen off of his shin pad and out of play. Oilers will have an offensive zone draw now. Here's Janmark for Edmonton, or Henrique, sorry. No, it was Janmark. Janmark loses the draw. Puck off the glass for Florida, and Tkachuk will play it in deep. Around the boards. Puck goes off of something, and Wallman to come up with it. Wallman around into the middle, and here comes Janmark with speed. Oh, and Janmark with the giveaway, and Florida will get it back in. Here's Podkolzin with the puck up the middle of the ice. Deflected by Janmark, but not in deep. Arvidsson applies pressure. Florida trying to bring it in, and they're going to say puck went out of play. I'm not sure what happened there, and Arvidsson is getting involved. I don't know. Podkolzin and Ekblad are having a bit of a discussion here. It's all good, fat fun guy. 15:29 to play here in overtime. Faceoff's going to be in the neutral zone, I believe, at the Oilers' blue line. So Wallman is bent over again. Wallman's been in a lot of pain tonight. Fans chanting Sergei. Trying to get under Bobrovsky's skin. 15:29 to play. Wallman went to throw a hit, and that's a big hit on... Was that on Rodriguez, or... I couldn't tell who that was on. Face off at center. McDavid will take it for Edmonton. Against Barkov. McDavid loses it. Barkov gets it back to Jones. To Mikkola. Mikkola with a hard rim around. Ekholm protects. Here's Barkov against McDavid. Bouchard with the puck. Here's Perry now into the middle of the ice. He flips it over the stick of Draisaitl. Puck comes to Seth Jones. He'll play it over to Rodriguez. Hard rim around again. Reinhart trying to come up with it. Oilers can't grab it. Here's a shot. Oh, and a good stop by Stuart Skinner. Oilers trying to get it out of the zone, and they do. McDavid will chase after Seth Jones. And it's going to be icing on the Oilers, apparently. Okay. Big save by Stu. Big save by Stu. That's right for you. Also, welcome back. Good to see you again. So Florida gets an offensive zone draw. The Oilers have their top line out, but they might be tired. Good save by Stu. Oilers have to win this faceoff. They've struggled on the dot. Draisaitl has to win one here. And the linesman dropped it. Draisaitl, I don't know what's going on here. They took 2 shots away from Florida for some reason. All right, linesman, drop it. Lindell against Draisaitl. Lindell wins it. Comes to Ekblad. He'll play it across. Forsling down low. Puck around the boards. Here's Brad Marchand. Marchand loses it to Bouchard. Bouchard holds it. Draisaitl trying to support. Brad Marchand now. Connor McDavid. He'll find a way to potentially get the puck out. Ekholm nice job by Bouchard. He gets the puck out, and they're going to say Florida played the puck with a hand pass. So, oh boy. Nice hit by Perry in the neutral zone. Ekblad's not happy about it, but that's a good hit by Perry. But the Oilers are going to change here. Let's see what line they go with. Probably the Nugent-Hopkins line with Kane and I would imagine Kapanen. All right, no, you got Brown, Henrique, and Frederick. Oh, boy, this line struggled for Edmonton, but, boy, I'd love to see a hero tonight on this line. Frederick is due for a goal. Connor Brown would make me lose my absolute marbles if he found a way to get one. Here's Henrique against Boakfist. Henrique wins it. Trent Frederick now. He's tied up. Plays it back to Nurse. Nurse to Kulak. Here's Brett Kulak for Edmonton. Across to Darnell Nurse. Nurse will skate it up. Deflected in deep by the Oilers. Bobrovsky, he's going to leave that, and Connor Brown almost stole it. Nice job by the Panthers, though. Nozick up the middle of the ice. Comes to Brett Kulak. Kulak being pressured by Boakfist. Kulak off the glass. Puck sent into the Panthers zone. Florida up the middle of the ice. Here's Boakfist with speed. Boakfist with a hard rim around. Brett Kulak can't come up with it. Darnell Nurse will. Nurse will play that. Trent Frederick will hold on to it. Oilers are going to reset as Florida makes a change. Here's Frederick, leaves it for Nurse. Darnell Nurse now, up the left boards. Brett Kulak, good job. Get it in deep, get your change. Sergei Bobrovsky to Seth Jones. Seth Jones to Bennett. Bennett skates up the right wing. Bennett gets it in deep, deflected by Tkachuk. Here's Stuart Skinner, high off the glass. Kane trying to send it up the ice. And Kane will chase after it against Mikkola. Here's Mikkola now, and Kane's going to throw a hit on him. Here's Matthew Tkachuk now, up the middle of the ice, stolen by the Oilers. Here's Klingberg. Klingberg finds Wallman. Wallman to Evander Kane. Kane sends it around. Oilers can't grab possession. Here's Tkachuk now. Bennett, he avoids a check. He spins away from another play. And now here's Klingberg up the middle of the ice. Here comes Kapanen for the Oilers. Kapanen through the middle. Breakaway. Oh, and he just put it wide. Oh, Kasperi Kapanen had a glorious opportunity. And Florida ices the puck. Oh, my goodness. What a play by Kapanen. Are you kidding me? Wow, what a play by Kasperi Kapanen. Oh, Kapanen, what a play. He splits the D, and he puts the puck just wide. That would have been the goal of the playoffs if he had been able to finish. Look at the speed by Kapanen, and oh, my goodness. Oilers don't win the draw. It'll come to Rodriguez. Rodriguez off the glass. Ekholm, he'll leave it for Bouchard. He has to reverse in his own end. Here's Evan Bouchard for Edmonton. Bouchard up the left side, just out of the reach of McDavid, but here's Ekholm now. Hard rim. Oh, and the puck comes to Perry. Perry to Ekholm with a shot, and it flex wide. Corey Perry's going to leave that for Draisaitl. Around the boards. Back to the point. Here's Bouchard. Bouchard to Ekholm with some time and space towards the goal. Stopped in front. Rebound. Oilers can't come up with it. And Florida will send that all the way down the ice again. Another icing on the Panthers. I would say Bobrovsky's been huge. Let's go. Oilers are pushing. Oilers are pushing. You can feel it coming. Bobrovsky didn't control that rebound very well, but McDavid couldn't come up with the rebound, and Florida was forced to ice it. Another offensive zone draw for Edmonton. 12:14 to play. Draisaitl loses it. Puck comes to Ekblad. Off the glass. Kept in by Bouchard. Bouchard trying to keep the play alive. And now it's into the neutral zone for Ekholm. Ekholm, he'll find Perry. Perry sends it in deep. McDavid chases after it against Ekblad. Ekblad, puck bobbles over his stick. McDavid around, and he sends it all the way back to his own zone. So Florida's going to be able to get a change here, probably. Here's Darnell Nurse for the Oilers. Nurse for Edmonton. Hangs on to it. Does a little shimmy shake. Up the right boards. Edmonton brings it in. Here's Janmark. Janmark walks into the middle. Janmark, he's checked off the puck by Luostarinen. And Janmark steals it, though. Here's a play in deep by the Panthers. Good job by Stu. Comes out of his net. Around the boards, Arvidsson protects, trying to get it out. Arvidsson against Lindell. Arvidsson plays it back to Kulak. Kulak to Podkolzin, and Janmark will chase after it. Not icing. Good job by Janmark to beat that out. Janmark protects along the boards. Here's Connor Brown now. Puck comes to the blue line. Here's Klingberg to Wallman. Towards the net. Doesn't make it. And off a stick. Wallman keeps the puck alive. Here's Wallman to Henrique. Henrique backhand in front. Oh, what a play. What an absolute save by Bobrovsky. Puck thrown into the middle. Sent down the ice. And that's going to be icing on the Panthers again. Holy smokes. The Oilers are getting their looks. They're getting their looks. Let's go. Come on. The crowd is on their feet. Another icing on Florida. 10:51 to play. Lindell didn't have a stick. Wallman kept the play alive. Henrique on his backhand sends it across, and Trent Frederick, he's stopped by Bobrovsky on the backdoor play. What a save by Bob. Nugent Hopkins will take the face-off for Edmonton. Here's Nugent Hopkins on the draw. Puck is loose. He comes up with it, plays it back. Wallman across. Klingberg. Klingberg to Wallman. Wallman into the middle. Here's Nugent Hopkins. Shot towards the goal, doesn't make it. Nuge now against Lindell. Lindell, Nugent Hopkins, can't make a play. Puck along the half wall. Brad Marchand now. Up the boards, and that's going to be cut off by Klingberg. Klingberg's hit hard. Florida still can't get a full change right now. Nugent Hopkins battles for it. Puck comes back to Kapanen. Kapanen for Edmonton's going to skate back, reverse. Florida will get a couple changes, but not a full change. Here's Kapanen now. He'll play it to Evander Kane. Kane to Kapanen. Kapanen spins around. Kapanen reverses behind the Panthers' net. Puck will come to Evander Kane off of his stick. Puck kept alive by Bouchard. Kept alive towards the goal, just wide. Ekholm off the glass. Keeps the cycle going. Here's Perry. He'll play it to Ekholm. Ekholm shoots, and that is stopped by Bobrovsky. Play behind the net. Here's McDavid. Forsley's been on the ice for over 2 minutes. Here's McDavid for Draisaitl. They smell blood in the water. Draisaitl to Ekholm with a shot, and that's stopped by Sergei Bobrovsky with 9:37 to play here in overtime. Wow. I'm going to stream every single game, Colton. I will be doing play-by-play for every single game. I mean, Leon has a goal at him. I think he's played pretty well tonight overall. But my, oh my, this overtime has been exciting, huh? And they're going to scrape the ice quickly, so we do have some time to just kind of chat, see how everyone's feeling. Florida had the early looks at the start of overtime, but the Oilers have had some of the better looks over the past 5 minutes or so. I'm drunk now. Oh, no. I'm not drunk. I am a little bit buzzed, though. This game is wild. This game is wild. Listen, we're feeling good, though. The Oilers have been pushing. Kapanen's had a great chance. Frederick had a great chance. The Oilers are getting shots on net. Bobrovsky's coming up huge, though. When Edmonton wins, I will, whatever's left in my can, I will chug. Yeah, keep pushing, stay patient. Exactly. The Oilers smell blood in the water. I don't know, Chris. Couldn't tell you. They're letting them play. Shots in the overtime are 6-3 for Edmonton. The Oilers have an offensive zone draw, so they have Draisaitl, Perry, and McDavid out. Shot attempts in the game, 82-76 for Edmonton. It's been an evenly played game. It's been a wild game. This has been a fun game, exactly what we expected for game one. A tight checking, hard-fought battle. The Oilers looking to win this thing in overtime right here. They'll take the offensive zone draw. Draisaitl has to win a faceoff, though. And he's going to get kicked out of the faceoff dot, like usual. Like clockwork. Here's McDavid now. He wins it back to Bouchard. Bouchard towards the goal. That goes high and wide. Ekholm will pinch up, keep the play alive. McDavid behind the goal against Barkov. Barkov, he'll send that to Seth Jones. And the Panthers are going to skate it forward. Here come the Panthers. Hard rim around. Ekholm against Reinhart. He loses it. Puck is sent back to the neutral zone. The Oilers can't come up with it. Here's Seth Jones. He'll play it across to Mikkola. Mikkola back behind the Oilers' goal. Nice job by Stu. He'll leave that for Ekholm. Here's Mattias Ekholm for Edmonton. He's waiting for some space and time. He's not going to force it. Mattias Ekholm now. Skates it up. Up the left side. Deflected in by Evan Bouchard. Arvidsson will chase after it. Bobrovsky around the boards. Kept in by Edmonton, but the Panthers will come up with it. Here's Rodriguez against Arvidsson. Rodriguez into the Oilers zone. Not deep. Here's Kulak to Nurse. Nurse, he'll play that to Arvidsson. Arvidsson gets it in deep. Here's Ekblad for the Panthers again. Ekblad. He skates by Arvidsson. He'll play it up the ice, and that's going to be icing on the Panthers once again. The Panthers, they're playing with fire right now. Panthers are playing with fire. They've been icing it a few times this period, so... So, offensive zone draw for the Oilers. Let's see if Edmonton can do something with it. Here's Nugent-Hopkins. Back to the point. Darnell Nurse. Towards the net. Goes just wide. Rebound in front. Here's Kapanen. To the point. Nurse with a shot. Puck doesn't make it there. Here's Luostarinen. He's hit hard by Evander Kane. Forsley now. He's hit hard by Kapanen. He plays it back to the point. Nurse keeps the puck alive. Kane chases after it against Luostarinen. Here's a play to Kulak. Kulak towards the goal, and that's stopped by Bobrovsky. The Oilers are doing a great job on the forecheck right now. Great job on the forecheck. Florida's struggling to get it out. Oh, man. Edmonton is pushing here. They are pushing hard. Shots are 43-29 in the game, 8:07 to play in overtime. Bobrovsky has been standing on his head for the Panthers. Here's Henrique for the Oilers. He wins it back. Klingberg across to Wallman. Wallman towards the goal. That deflects just wide. Connor Brown can't come up with the rebound. For Hagee, he loses it briefly to Henrique in Florida. They'll send it in deep. Here's Wallman now to Bennett. Puck comes, stays in, but then Florida, they shoot it out of play. There's another whistle. Face-off will be at the Oilers' blue line. Come on, boys. Let's go. Let's go. Let's try and hit, maybe we can hit 400 likes, folks, on the stream. Smash the like button. We'll see if we can hit 400. If you're tuning in, hit that like button. Let's do it. Let's try and hit 400 likes. 400 likes will push the Oilers to get a fourth goal in this game. Let's do it. 7:50 left in OT. McDavid's going to come out for Edmonton with Draisaitl. And who's the winger for Edmonton? Connor Brown. McDavid, Draisaitl, and Brown. Draisaitl will take the draw against Bennett. Bennett wins it. Florida to the blue line. Around the boards. Here's Verhaeghe. Checked by Wallman. Verhaeghe loses it to Draisaitl. Draisaitl off the glass through the neutral zone, and Connor Brown will chase after it. Connor Brown against Schmidt. He tries to make a play. Comes around the half wall. Nobody there for Edmonton, and here come the Panthers. 3-on-3. Here's Bennett now. Stick handles. Bennett. Backhand, and that goes off a Bouchard stick and out of play. Sam Bennett's feeling it. He has 2 goals in this game. Got to watch out for Bennett here. Nice job by Bennett. Good little dipsy-do. Tried to get a backhander on goal. Good job by Bouchard to get his stick in the lane, though, for the Oilers. 7:24 to go in the overtime period. Face-off in the Oilers' end. Another important face-off here. Here's Henrique for Edmonton. Henrique off the draw. Puck, it's at the red dot here. Ekholm can't come up with it. And Gadjevich against Ekholm loses it. Here's Matthias Ekholm. He stops up. He'll play it around the boards to the neutral zone. Oilers do make a play. Florida brings it back in, though. Nice shot by Ekholm. He'll flip it back out. Florida can't bring it in. They're going to say it's onside. Here's a backhander on Stuart Skinner, and that's stopped by Stu. Good save by Stu there. Hey, let's go, Carolina. How you doing? Good to see you again. Yeah, this game is wild. Both teams are getting their looks. It's turned into a goaltenders duel. 7:01 to go here in overtime. Face off in the Oilers zone. Let's see who the Oilers put out there. Looks like Leon, Connor, and Brown against Rodriguez, Borkov, and Reinhart. Draisaitl wins the faceoff. Comes to Wallman. High flip. Connor Brown trying to make a play. He's checked. He didn't touch the puck, but they're not going to call that at this time of the game. Darnell Nurse can't make a play. Barkov keeps it alive. Here's Nurse now along the half wall. Connor Brown comes in to support. Brown kicks it forward into the neutral zone, and they try to send it in deep. The Panthers, that is. Now they will. Puck comes behind the Oilers' net. Here's Nurse. He's checked by Barkov. Nurse falls. Barkov behind the Oilers' goal. Here's the Panthers. Rodriguez now to the point. Here's Jones to Ekblad. Ekblad towards the goal, goes wide, and Stuart Skinner, he'll just hang on to that. Not counted as a shot on goal, but he'll just kind of, take care of business, make sure that there's no more forecheck going for the Panthers. I can give my wrist to Hyman. He might need it. The team needs your support, though. They need your love and support. .620 left in OT. Here's Nugent Hopkins now. Off the draw. He's going to get kicked out. So Evander Kane's going to come in and take the defensive zone draw with 6:20 to play. Against Lundell. Come on, Kane, win the faceoff. Come on, baby. Win it back. Win it back. Win it back. And Kane does win it back. Comes back to Kane off the half wall. And Nugent Hopkins, he'll just flip it into a safe area. Kapanen now chases after it. The Panthers send it back into the Oilers zone. Wallman picks it up. Here's Jake Wallman. He's hanging on to it. He'll play it up the right wing to Klingberg, back to Wallman. Wallman. He tries to put it through the neutral zone. Stick broke by Seth Jones, and Florida will send it back in deep. Wallman around the boards. Florida down the ice. No way, that's icing. Oh, they're going to call icing there. Oh, never mind. Never mind. That's an icing on Edmonton. That shouldn't have been icing. Florida was making a change. Florida was making a change. I don't know how that's icing. Come on, man. Florida's making the change. Jones is coming off and man coming on. I don't think that's icing in my opinion, but ref called it an icing, so it's a close one. Neato face-off win by Nuge, and then a high flip and a change for the Oilers. Bennett against Nuge. Nugent Hopkins comes up with it. Here's Wallman now, off the glass, through the neutral zone, down the ice, and another icing on Edmonton. So at least they're able to kind of stand around. They'll catch their breath. They'll be okay. Another offensive zone draw for the Panthers, trying to take advantage of two icings now on the Oilers. Nugent Hopkins can't come up with it. Matthew Tkachuk towards the goal, doesn't make it. Kapanen for Edmonton. Plays it off the half wall to himself, trying to play it up the boards, and he does get it out of trouble. Here's Ekblad. He'll play that across the ice. Here's Bennett now for the Panthers. Walks it in the Oilers zone. Bennett towards the goal. That goes high and wide. Bennett again. Bennett down low. Finds Tkachuk. Matthew Tkachuk looking to center it. Off of Klingberg's stick. Janmark pressures. Podkolzin against Ekblad. Ekblad's hit hard by Podkolzin. Florida keeping the cycle alive. Good shift for the Panthers. Here's Verhaeghe. Pressured by Podkolzin. Good job by Podkolzin. He takes it away from Verhaeghe. And if you're Podkolzin off the glass, try and find a way to get this thing out. Tkachuk keeps it alive. Puck behind the Oilers' goal. Here's Klingberg now. Puck bouncing around. It's in Kapanen's feet. Trying to get it up, and that will be out for Edmonton. Oilers will get a change. They're bending but not breaking. 4:38 to play. Here comes Nate Schmidt for the Panthers. He'll skate into the Oilers zone, and they're going to say offside on Florida. Okay. 3-2 Panthers. So the Oilers have had 3 power plays. The Panthers have had 2. Hey, what's up, Natasha? How you doing? So 4:34 to play in the overtime. Both teams not giving up a whole lot of ice right now. The biggest game of both teams' season right here. Face off at the Oilers' blue line. Henrique will take it for Edmonton. He loses it to Barkov. Puck sent in deep. Darnell Nurse now on his backhand. Loses it to Reinhart. Reinhart for the Panthers against Kulak. Kulak takes him hard into the boards. Henrique comes into support. Here's Kulak now, loses it, but Darnell Nurse behind his goal. He's going to wait up the right side. Henrique will get it into the neutral zone. Barkov for Florida, though. He'll send it back in. Oh, that goes off a leg. Can't get it in deep. And Brown trying to send it into the Panthers zone. Edmonton and Florida stuck on the half wall at center. Henrique and Brown can't get it in. Now they do. Here's Nate Schmidt for the Panthers. Schmidt trying to get away from Connor Brown. Schmidt plays it up the boards. Reinhart sends it in deep. Here's Brett Kulak for Edmonton. McDavid's out for the Oilers. Puck up the middle of the ice, stolen by the Panthers, sent towards Skinner. And Stuart Skinner, he'll hang on to that and send it to Kulak. Here's Kulak now for Edmonton. Oilers trying to get their top line out. 3:35 to play. Next shot wins. Who's going to take it? Kulak yelling orders. Puck into the neutral zone. Deflected off of a stick. Here comes Brad Marchand. Marchand towards Stuart Skinner. Nice save by Stu. And Corey Perry plays that to Draisaitl. Draisaitl will get that out of trouble. Luosterainen plays it to Seth Jones. Seth Jones up the right boards. Play kept alive by McDavid. Finds Corey Perry. Here's Perry now. Around behind the Panthers net. Draisaitl can't make a play. And the puck is sent down the ice by Florida. And that's going to be icing on the Panthers. So the Oilers, they get an offensive zone draw here. The top line goes off, but you can take advantage of this. Come on. This is it. Right here. Offensive zone face-off. Let's win it right here. I believe. For Hyman. For Ben. For Joey Moss. Let's do it. Nugent Hopkins with Kane and Kapanen. Nuge will take the draw. Nuge wins it. Kapanen, oh, they're going to redo it, actually. Never mind. I guess the linesman wants to be like, you know what? No, we're going to redo that. Here's Nugent Hopkins for the Oilers. He wins it to Kapanen. Bouchard. Shot by Ekholm goes wide. He was looking for a tip. Here's Kane trying to keep the puck alive. Florida, they'll send it up the ice. Ekholm might be beat by Marchand. Marchand towards the Oilers' goal. Deflected by Skinner. Here's Ekholm. He'll find Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins up the middle of the ice. That's going to be icing on the Oilers. That's not a good play by Nuge. Unforced icing on Edmonton. I know, Hannah. This is wild, right? This is wild. Come on, man. Smash the like button, by the way. Let's hit 400 likes on the stream tonight. Let's hit 400 likes. Let's do it. Come on. You guys got this. 2:34 to go in OT. Offensive zone face-off for Florida. Nugent Hopkins will take the draw against Sam Bennett. Sam Bennett has 2 goals for the Panthers. Bennett wins it. Puck comes to Mikkola. Plays it down low. Bouchard plays it along the half wall. Evander Kane protects. Florida keeps it in. Puck around to Ekholm. Ekholm, he spins off of a check. He'll play it up the boards. Kane can't come up with it. Ekblad keeps it alive for now. Nugent Hopkins can't get it out. Here's Kane to Nugent Hopkins. Nugent Hopkins, he'll play that to Bouchard. Here's Bouchard. He's walking in on a breakaway. Oh, and he just put the puck wide. Bobrovsky might have got a piece of that. Oh, what a play by Bouchard. Oh, that would have been amazing if he had put that in. Klingberg for Edmonton. He'll play it up the middle of the ice. Put Cole's in. He'll find Arvidsson. Toe drag shoots, and nice save by Bobrovsky. Puck behind the Panthers' net. Nosek. Up the glass. Hey, that's a penalty. That went out of play. That's got to be a penalty. That's a delay of game. Come on, let's go. Power play for Edmonton. This is it. The Florida Panthers shoot that puck out of play. A delay of game penalty. The Oilers have a chance to win this thing on the power play. What a play by Bouchard to get by Forsling, and he tried to beat Bobrovsky. Arvidsson with the shot. That goes off of the blocker of Bobrovsky. The Oilers with a power play. And yeah, there's a high flip by the Panthers, and that's a penalty. The Oilers, the glorious opportunity. They haven't scored on the power play yet. It doesn't matter how many. It matters when you score on the power play. And let's see if this top unit can get the job done with 1:43 to go. They're 0 for 3. Linesman kicks Draisaitl out. Come on, boys. This is it. This is a gift of a power play from the Panthers. McDavid wins it. Nugent Hopkins now. He'll come up with it. Here's Nugent Hopkins. He holds up to Bouchard. Bouchard to Draisaitl. Draisaitl to Bouchard at the point. He'll play it across the ice. McDavid to Nugent Hopkins. To McDavid. McDavid left circle. To Bouchard at the point. Come on, boys. Here's McDavid. He shoots it. And that deflects high and out of play. And Mikkola and Corey Perry are kind of shoving around here. Come on, man. I like that shot from McDavid. Shot mentality, right? Get the shot off. See if Perry or someone can tip it. Let's go. Come on. 1:20 to go in OT. 1:37 left on the power play for Edmonton. It's going to be a face-off to the left or the right of Bobrovsky. Draisaitl will take it. Draisaitl loses it, but they're going to redo the draw. Come on, let's go. Here's McDavid off the face-off. The linesman didn't drop it. Come on, drop the puck. Let's go. Face off. There's a scramble for it. McDavid can't come up with it. Ekblad off the glass. He'll get that out. Not deep, though. Here's Bouchard. He'll skate it back into his own zone. He reverses. Here comes Bouchard. Drops it for McDavid. Connor McDavid with speed. Walks in the Panthers zone to Nugent Hopkins. He reverses. Loses it, actually. Here come the Panthers. Potential for a shorthanded chance. And Forsling sends it in deep. Good job by Stu to just hold on to that. 50 seconds to go in OT. 1:05 left on the power play. Bouchard to McDavid. Here comes McDavid. Walks into the zone. McDavid and Nugent Hopkins. He reverses to the blue line. Bouchard to Nugent Hopkins. He's going to get pressured here. He's got to play down low. He does. Here's McDavid now. In front, score! Leon Draisaitl wins it for Edmonton! They come back from 3-1 down to win Game 1 of the Stanley Cup Final! Let's go! Come on! Huge win, baby! Let's fucking go! Yes! Massive win! Draisaitl, his second goal of the game! Wins it in overtime on the power play off a feed by Connor McDavid. The Oilers with a 1-0 series lead, baby. Come on. The Oilers are down 3-1. Florida had never lost a game in the playoffs. Win leading after the first period under Paul Maurice. But what a play by McDavid and Draisaitl with the one-timer. He's left all alone in front. Corey Perry gets the second assist. What a goal by Leon Draisaitl. What a game. Never in doubt. This one's never in doubt, folks. We were feeling good the whole game. Draisaitl started things off with the first goal of the game, and then he gets the OT winner for Edmonton, and now he's getting the interview by Gene Principe. Let's go, baby. Come on. Huge win for the Edmonton Oilers, and I owe everyone, hold on, I owe you all another 5 gifted. I owe you all 5 gifted, so I'll get the victory chain. I always keep the victory chain super close now because I always forget to put it on. Victory chain on for the Oilers. They're up 1-0 in the series, which is already a much better start compared to last year. And I'm going to gift 5 more memberships, and then we're going to get this stream kind of finished up. And then I will have the post-game fan reaction tonight. Tomorrow, day after discussion. Holy smokes, membership gifting. We got 5 gifted subs to send. Let's go, baby. Come on. Huge win for Edmonton. They so far hang on to home ice advantage. Let's see who gets all the memberships. We have Oilers Girl getting 1, Bake getting 1, Lizard, Chris, and So if you got a gifted memberships, congrats. I gifted 10 memberships tonight. I will gift more memberships for Game 2. I cannot wait, folks. Holy smokes. What a pass by McDavid. What a finish by Draisaitl. The Oilers are 3 wins away. 3 wins away from winning the Stanley Cup. And look at Sam Bowman. Look at Jeff Jackson. Look at the Oilers crew there. You love to see that. Now, it obviously got sketchy, right? Florida had the 3-1 lead, but Arvidsson answered right away, made it 3-2. The Oilers tied the game in the third. They had this game in control, right? They were in control of this game. Look at Mama Stanley in the moss pit holding the believe sign. Listen, I love Mama Stanley, man. Incredible. Incredible. Let's go. Huge win. Huge win for the Oilers. Like I said, I'm going to have the post-game fan reaction up in the next couple of hours. I'm probably going to take like a 10-minute break before I record it because I have to get my voice rested. I can already feel it like being lost. Everyone that tuned in tonight, make sure you smash that like button. We did hit over 400 likes, so thank you so much. Over 10,000 fans tuned in at some point during the stream. Absolutely incredible vibes. Listen, we'll all see you soon, okay? I have a post-game fan reaction coming up tonight, later tonight, within the next couple of hours. If you are not subscribed yet, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. And, of course, make sure to smash the like button. Hannah says, $6.99 super chat. How am I supposed to sleep now? I don't know. I don't think any of us are going to be sleeping tonight. I'm probably going to have another beer and be up for quite a while here. No, I don't hate you, Colton. I love you. I haven't been reading any of the chat, basically, since the win. I will see you all in the next couple of hours, okay? I'll see you all in the next couple of hours. Let's take a look. Make sure I didn't miss anyone. David with the $20 sticker. Hannah, $6.99 super chat. Warner with the $5. Cam with another $5. You had Cam with the 2. Bryce with the 5. Cam with the 5. Pickleball with the 2. And Retro with the $1.99. And then, of course, the, just an unbelievable game. The 10 memberships that I gifted as well. Yulia, what's going on? What a game from the Edmonton Oilers. Beautiful. Beautiful. The Oilers have a 1-0 series lead. That's how you want to start things off on home ice. It got sketchy. Lots to talk about in the post-game fan reaction, and there's going to be lots to discuss in the day after discussion tomorrow. Subscribe to the channel, right? If you're not yet subscribed, all the vibes, they are great. Everyone that tuned in, thank you so much. I love all of you. Smash the like button as well. You were all amazing. I will see you all in a couple of hours, and I'll see you tomorrow for the day after discussion. I love all of you. See you soon. Let's go, baby. Let's go.